Hello, everyone, and welcome. We are live. Welcome to our premiere of Nightmares on the Frontier, a skin for Forged in the Dark that we have, or very particularly, a person has created for this channel to do stuff. And without further ado, we are going to go around. As you can see, Dave is missing. He's recovering from his vaccine today, so he will be back with us next week. But otherwise, we're gonna go around the table. Everyone, introduce yourselves. Who are you playing? And then we'll get started. Starting with our wonderful storyteller and game master.
Hi, I'm Jammy or Spider Jelly on Twitch. And I am going to be the game master. This is all a little brainchild that I've come up with the help of Val and some other wonderful people. And I'm so happy to share it with all of everyone.
All right. So I'm Fairy. I'm playing Catriel. I'm supposed to be a spell slinger. We'll see how this works out. I've never played this before. So yeah.
Nice. Hi, I'm Hamalu. I also haven't played the game before, but I am hyped to try it. I'm playing Ruben, who's the clairvoyant that is essentially just a gothic bisexual disaster twink. Looking forward to it.
Hi, I'm Rindis of Party White Games. I will be playing the Silver Tongue, Cassandra Silk. She is also a bisexual disaster and definitely a whore and proud of it. So let's do it.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm already here for it. Hi, everyone. My name is Val, and I am a bisexual disaster. But I am playing Rian. She is the archeologist of the group. And yeah, that's her, and that's me. And hey, guess what? We are a viewer affected channel. Just to let you know that we got some rewards going on that you can affect the game with if you're interested. Every 100 biddies here can give a reroll to anyone that can roll dice, because the GM does not roll dice in this campaign. So for the players, not the GM, if you
My dice go.
I don't know, they just vanished. If you would like to subscribe to the channel, you can give someone an extra dice to their roll, which is a huge advantage in this campaign because it's essentially a dice stack system and you just need a single d6 for a success or two d6s for a crit success. So it's a huge advantage to give us an extra dice. And, you know, if you want to support me directly through Coffee or Streamlabs, sliding scale donations, you can give the GM an idea. Like, you can make something happen. Maybe there are dinosaurs on the frontier. Who knows? Or, you know, dinosaurs with tentacles coming out of their mouth. Who knows? Like, because this is Eldritch Horror, which I would also like to remind everyone this is very much a horror game, and as much as we're here with a lot of disastrous bisexual energy, a lot of that will also be scary. We are using safety card systems here to make sure that everyone is comfortable, but also if you find that it gets too much for you, feel free to just step away and hang out and come back. But yeah, that's me. That's us. Jammy, go ahead and get us fucking started, fam.
Okay. Yeah. So we're gonna be playing Blades in the Dark. This is a little skin for it that I'm calling Nightmares on the Frontier. It's a little bit of fantasy meets weird meets Western, and we'll just dive right in. I've got a little bit of a spiel for you guys. If that's okay. To kind of set the scene. Some of it you probably read already, but our audience hasn't. So um, let's see. For ages, a colossal mountain range known as the Ancients has divided Lemuria, that's our continent, blocking the passage to the west. However, these dwarven clans recently completed a tunnel through these mountains after centuries of planning and hard work. Together, the peoples of Lemuria have established a township on the western side of the mountains dubbed Blackstone. Blackstone's teeming with people from all walks of life, each looking to start a new one. There are many ways to earn a living in Blackstone, but its most profitable business is the exploitation of arcane secrets, forgotten knowledge, and magical relics. However, eldritch horrors and otherworldly entities slumber throughout this land, earning it the name the Nightmare Frontier. Those who survive its hardships are sure to earn fame, fortune, and power. But at what cost? Our tale begins on the outskirts of Blackstone, where your crew is hunkered down in the lair for a meeting. Your group is in dire need of coin. You see, the coffers were emptied after your last score. Your coins are spent to set up an apothecary in the market, which didn't sit well with the local Brewers Guild. They think your potions will steal away good business. Your lair is a dank, cluttered cavern beneath an old oak tree, which likely once belonged to the Circle of Flame. The Circle is a cult of bookworms who are known to operate in the outskirts. They're less than happy about having you as neighbors, so maybe avoid any mysterious robed strangers. Luckily, you've made friends with Lockie, a scruffy dwarven gal who leads the Five Bats gang with her siblings. She's provided you with leads in the past, locations of magical ruins out in the frontier, as well as individuals who might possess valuable arcane secrets for less legal less legal operations. Let's see, lost my place. And however, your cooperation has led to the unfortunate side effect of alerting law enforcement to your association with the Five Bats gang. Lockie's warned you that a special investigator might be looking into your group. But at least you got a warning, right? Anyway, the whole gang is gathered around a long table. On it stretched a ragged map of Blackstone and the surrounding areas. There are 4, plus a few critters. And there is a 5th, but he's not here right now. He's out doing some religious stuff.
Nice, some priestly things.
So I'll let you guys take it from there. You can maybe introduce your characters a little bit better, and if you need more prompting, I can jump in, but it's your gang. Also, guess we should mention the name of our gang. What did you decide it was? All artifacts belong to us, is what Val said.
So it's a boo.
Nice. A boo.
Yeah.
I like that. All artifacts belong to us.
That's okay.
Seems legit to me.
I can dig it.
Yeah. It's accurate too.
They do. They do.
Yeah. Other gangs don't know it yet, but they do all belong to us.
All right then. Do we want to get into the same order like that we did and describe what our character looks like and what they're doing down here in the lair in this moment? Is that what we're being prompted to do, Jamie?
Sure. It seems like a good idea.
Yeah.
What have you been up to?
Okay. Is it Fairy first?
Yes, it would be me. So, wearing my fancy blue dress because apparently the only thing I could think of when I was doing this was my dress. So I'm wearing my fancy blue dress and I'm being grumpy. And I'm wondering if Rianne is going to end up wandering away to find some fancy fucking artifact thing.
That seems legit. Ruben is likely in a corner of our under tree lair, reading most likely. They always look a little spooky and weird. They're the weird kid, and has a wave of dark hair with a white streak in it. Ever so slightly pointed ears because he's part Sylvan, and dresses dark and fancy. He's a fancy lad. But we'll be reading and occasionally looking up to see what everyone else is getting up to, with my feet resting on some manner of table, no doubt. Mindful of the artifacts, of course.
Cassandra would be making themselves a drink. They also have a nice dress, but theirs is like a deep green to match their eyes. Also, being Sylvan, they have vestigial fairy wings that cannot help them fly at all. But they have been known on occasion to glide slightly, falling with style. That they have like a rich honey hued hair, and they're all dolled up because their job is the infamous day worker. But they would have just come from work, and they are needing a stiff drink after having a stiff customer, as it were.
All right.
Okay. Indrian, she's a dwarf. She has a very mousy look about her, a little librarianish. She has mousy brown hair that's sort of pulled up into a bun with like little ringlets on the end of her ears. She's dressed in a linen blouse that's tucked into her trousers with high socks. And does anyone else hear that? The amount dishes. Sorry, I got distracted.
Yeah, that's fine.
like who's doing this while I'm working? And she's got glasses. They are only for reading, which she does a lot. But she isn't reading currently as much as she has her glasses and a tiny little one of those little magnifying scopes that you have to look at like jewelry and whatnot, and she seems to be going over a ring that she has in her possession, only to sort of sigh, puts it to the side. It's no good. It's just a ring.
Sometimes even simple rings are still exciting.
Aye, but it's
Yeah.
not gonna keep us going. We're gonna need to make some real coin here soon.
So what do you suggest, Rianne?
We can go.
Is it enough to keep us afloat for a while?
No.
Well,
Piece of shit then.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Awesome. Amazing.
Can I have it?
She hands it to you. It's like it'll fit your thumb.
Yeah.
Time well ventured then.
So, what shall we do to earn coin?
We should find something.
Well, we've got to keep our head down a bit. The sheriffs have been looking at us.
Yeah, I saw one passing by the shop the other day.
Bastard. I mean, do we have any sort of leads on anything? Perhaps I've been stuck in here for days, so I haven't talked to a single person except for you. Lots. But got any leads? Aren't you one with a lead?
I could ask around. Pillow Talk tends to travel.
So there are two main ways of getting artifacts, if that's something that you guys are trying to do. I mean, obviously, it's only limited is your imagination, but it's ultimately, do you want to do it through legal means or illegal means? And that would probably determine what kind of contact you want to go to for a lead. Although your crew contact might have leads on both.
I mean, we could try for legal, but if it is less than legal, I'm okay with that. Should we go and speak to Loki? Perhaps if there's eyes on us, getting out of town would be useful.
Do some legitimate business and lay low for a while.
It could certainly.
My business is always legitimate.
Yeah, it could certainly. Well, we can go see what Lucky has.
Well,
we're gonna have to
Locky
do something.
is known to hang out at a local dive, but it's one of the more popular bars. It's kind of where all the low lives hang out. It's called the Emerald Engine. It's up near the train yard in the kind of the heart of town. And you know, she pretty much runs. She has a vested interest in the place. She doesn't necessarily run the place, but the crew or her crew has a finger in that pocket. If that makes sense. So if one of you guys wants to, or all of you can go to the bar, you're welcome to, or you can try and seek her out another way. You guys also have individual contacts that might be able to provide you with information as well. What you want to do?
I imagine my positive contact probably works there as well. So while we're talking to them, I could reach out as well too.
Does Cassandra have a finger in that pie too?
Yeah.
And it starts.
And it starts. I held back because finger in the pocket also sounded pretty promiscuous, and I was just going to let it ride.
Yes, it does. Finger in the pocket. Well, shall we go?
Yeah, she's probably out.
Yeah, let's go to the bar.
Let's get a drink.
Why the fuck not? Let's.
So your little lair is located on the edge of town. So you have a long walk, even though you guys have access to horses. So I mean, you could take some horses, or you could just enjoy a walk. But either way, you go, you know, through the outskirts. You pass by farmland. You pass by most of the districts of the town, including East Blackstone. You go through the market, pass by your store, your apothecary, which was called, I think, Third Eye Closed or something. Is that what it was called?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Or Third Eye
Shut. Yeah.
Third Eye Shut.
And you guys see, there's some people kind of looking in as they pass by, and you don't really see much business, but you know, it's just starting up, so you got to get the word out there. Pass through the what's called the dark side, which is where the mountains cast the darkest shadows during the day, and you go up through the mountains for a while, taking various pathways, and you begin to smell the smells of oil and burning coal as you get closer to this train yard, and you can kind of hear the bar before you see it, as people are kind of, you know, making a lot of noise. There's people outside hooting and hollering and drinking, and people have their dogs with them and their various critters, their horses tied up. It's a whole mess. The whole place is kind of surrounded by mud, so the floors as you walk in are kind of just, you know, black. But there is beer.
Piano playing.
Probably, yeah. It might be playing itself.
Nice.
Enchanted piano. It's always classic. And you see lots of people here. It's pretty crowded even for the afternoon. And Locky is in a booth in the back, where she can usually be found. She's kind of just enjoying a cigar and talking to some of her friends and playing cards. Um, she she notices you all as you kind of enter in, and she has one of her lackeys kind of ask you to join her. When it, you know, you're welcome to take your time and look around the bar if you want. There's no hurry.
Yeah. Who wants to do the talking?
I can handle that. I tend to be very persuasive.
Oi,
I'll go
please.
get busy. I'm gonna find some people to do readings for and suggest that maybe they want more exciting cards. To try and apply some business, but also listed for some rumors. Well, Cassandra takes care of blocking.
Okay. Cassandra, what do you? How do you? Let's see. Sorry, let me back that up. Lockie is happy to see you. She offers you a drink when you sit down. She has like a jug of wine on the table, and she's puffing on a cigar. She says, "How's the new business going? You selling any potions, any magic doohickeys yet?"
Uh, well, things have been rather slow getting started. Um, we have quite a bit of stock that's being built up. Rian is quite confident that soon we'll have something to put onto market, but for right now, we'll need to keep ourselves busy with something a little extra. And that's why we're here. While I enjoy your company, darling, we were hoping you might have something that you need done that we would be happy to assist with.
Something I need done. Well, I could always use muscle, but that's not really your shtick, is it? So
No, I'm only good at working a few muscles, not all of them.
she kind of cracks a grin. You can see she has like these like thick yellow teeth from where she's been smoking cigars for years. She kind of uh chuckles a little bit and then asks you, what type of work are you looking for?
They insisted on legitimate. Do you have something legitimate we might be able to do?
Well, I might be able to come up with something. There is a tree that I've heard of out in the frontier, and apparently uh, it has hearts, uh, grows hearts on it. I know that sounds strange, but
Art tree.
yes,
Uh,
instead of
Rihan's gonna like pipe in because she's been like sort of just kind of standing off to the sides. Hearts, you say, like from
like
someone's body.
I'm not sure if they're human or not, but I I've heard rumors of it that it bears fruit once every so often, and it's in the shape of a heart. And if you could bring me one of those, I would be willing to pay for it. Um, there might be more work for you if you could accomplish that. Um, there might be others looking for it too, though. So do be careful if you decide to go checking it out. It seems to be found in uh, nearby valley. but I can have someone show you on a map. And she kind of gestures towards her friends. She gives you a location of a valley not too far out of town. It's maybe a day's ride away. Might have to camp, but she says that the tree itself is red, blood red, and the leaves on it are black. So it should be pretty easy to spot from
Gosh.
afar.
That's not ominous at all.
So
Well,
why
you
are
know,
other
it's-
people looking for this heart tree thing?
Well, they say that you can use it, the fruit of it, to gain knowledge. Of what kind, I'm not too sure, but I'm sure somebody is willing to pay to risk it and find out. So, if you can bring me one of these hearts from the tree that is red with black leaves, then maybe I can find some more long-term jobs for you.
Seems like a good start.
Yeah, well, I'll be impressed if you could find it. Personally, I think it's a wild goose chase, but there's already other people out there looking for it. So
And if it does exist, you want us the first to get it.
yeah, if I could figure out how it works, maybe we could make a little money off of it.
Well, Lucky, before we conclude, is there any work that you'd like me to do while I'm here?
No, she kind of looks you up and down. She's like, I think we're good. I hope I helped. She puts out her cigar and she like leans over to her friends and like plays her poker hand that she's been holding on to for a second during this conversation, and all of them kind of throw their hands up and fucking pissed because she's won the hand of cards. And she smiles and says, I try to be helpful when I can, especially when somebody owes me money. Help me help you.
Of course.
Hey.
All right. Now, scram. she doesn't really say that, but she kind of gives you guys a look like, what do you,
What
you
is
know?
still
Can I-
Gives us
hanging
that
around
look like, why are you still here?
here? Yeah.
No, I don't. I'm
Hey.
not trying to run you off as a DM, but this
Mhm.
player, this lady, she's like, you're still sitting in my booth.
Yeah, I'm busy now. Is it possible to try and work whatever crowd there is here in this dive bar to see if there's word of other people, other groups that might be interested in this?
Sure. Absolutely. Let's see.
I don't know if gain insight would be something. Look at me, not understanding how the game works, but being the first one to try and do a roll.
I want to roll dice.
What's this?
Why not? Yeah,
Um,
roll some gain insight. That's kind of like, observing your surroundings, trying to find somebody who maybe looks like a artificer or a archeologist. Excuse me.
Yeah, just to see if they've got. I mean, I could also use manipulate instead. I'm not sure because it's just a way of trying to work a conversation to see if there's any clues. So
It's up
I
to you.
wasn't sure.
Whatever you use will dictate what information you get.
We'll use gain insight, I guess. Sure. So I roll however many dice I have in the thing. Yes.
Correct. Yeah, and then
Ugh.
so your position is
It's a fortune
not
roll,
important
right?
right now
Yeah.
because you guys are in like kind of the pre-planning phase.
Mhm.
And this will be a gather information roll.
Yes. Gather
Sure.
information.
2 and a 5. So I take the 5. Yes.
Partial success. Yeah.
Partial success.
Yeah, so for a gather information roll, you get with a 5, you get good details with clarifying follow-up questions. So if you're using gain insight, you notice off in one of the kind of I'm not sure what it would be called, but it's like a window booth. It's kind of round and it's on the edge of the building. There's another group. They kind of have their own map of the place, of the area, kind of sprawled out. And you notice this as you're kind of walking around, asking people if they want their fortunes read or if they'd like to engage in like the tricks that you're displaying. And you notice that these people are planning some kind of expedition. It seems like they have markers on their map off to the west in the frontier.
Okay. Having gathered that information, I will make my way over to my crew. I probably read some poems and some cards on like while I was doing it. But I'll come back and point out the group. They have they're planning an expedition too. There's markers to the west. Do we have a, I imagine we would have a map too, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll put a little mark where their mark is.
Pull out the map because as your resident
Yeah.
archaeologist, it's like, hi, this whiskey is shit, by the way. And
It's not
pulls
very
out.
nice. It's very peaty. I don't like peaty. It's
It's
like
just
dirt.
needs a good dwarven scotch. That's what I say. Anyway, a good dwarven whiskey
yeah.
is how it's going. Anyway, where is the?
Their mark is just here, and I'll scribble it in. I don't know if any of you are more.
It seems like it's near the same area where you've been instructed to go by Lockie, but it seems like they have maybe several other stops along the way that they're making.
Mm-hmm.
You're not quite sure.
So I'll write on all that I can recall. I don't know if maybe anyone wants to go speak to them, but certainly it's of note. Perhaps areas for us to check out on our way too.
Just a matter of extracting some information.
Yes.
Pretty good at that.
I would even say not even.
I'll come with you
Sure.
just in case.
I have idea. I have idea. I cannot execute idea, but I have an idea. Don't just extract information. Try to get them to feed them some wrong information as well.
A little misdirection.
I could always do what the little trick that I do of offering them what the fates have in store for them and feed them a line of bullshit.
Do you know which one in particular has the map?
I will, with my back to whatever this group are, I'm going to go through the people as I remember them and indicate the one that I believe has the map so that I'm not looking at.
Yeah, they're not like necessarily being super discreet about it. They're you're able to distinguish the one.
might be able to temporarily lift the map if we want to place some false leads on it, draw them away, send them somewhere farther out of the way.
I trust you implicitly.
Of course, everyone should.
I don't.
Let me know if you need me to lay it on thick on top of what you're saying.
Stay close and be ready to assist me if things go tits up, as it were.
Certainly.
But not the normal tits up.
Not the fun kind. Gotcha.
Not the fun kind.
Okay.
Tits down.
Yeah, well, I mean,
It's-
that could be fun too.
You're right.
Tits up, tits down, shake them all around.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'll give you the signal. It's the milkshake.
Gotcha. Okay, sure. Maybe me and Rian can be drinking at the bar of their terrible whiskey while you
Let's
work them.
please go shake whatever you can because no.
So Kat said she wanted to tag along, so it's
Yeah, I'll
very
come up.
and so Cassandra will hook an arm into Kat's and walk towards the group. Good evening.
Hello, is a man who is about a little over 6 feet tall. He's got like dark hair, and he's wearing some very like fancy collared shirt. Looks like it's very expensive, and it's got bright red stripes on it. Turns to you and seems surprised. He says, "Can I help you?" Kind of looks at his companions like, "Are you expecting one of you guys get prostitute?" That's not what he says, but that's the look on his
That's the
face.
look on his face.
Cassandra knows the look and smiles. It just says, "Not her, but I am, if you're interested. And you gentlemen look like you're celebrating something. So I just figured if there is celebrations, why not share it with good company?"
Sure, why not? You're welcome to join us and celebrate the God King's glory. And he kind of like raises his cup of beer. You can see now that they all have like this crest on their shirt or armor of like a sun. And it seems like they are probably soldiers or some kind of organized battalion of individuals. Not battalion, but squad, whatever, crew.
Yes, of course, to the God King's glory. What are we drinking?
He says, me, my favorite. Got a bit of sweet tooth.
To you.
I'm Captain Reyes, and this is my crew. We're here to investigate the frontier. We've already conquered quite a few beasts out there. They're nothing for us, and you can see that a couple of his friends look a little offended, like maybe he's taking it a little too trivially.
Handsome and brave. Why don't you tell me more? I'm curious to hear about your exploits, Captain. And she'll take a seat right into his lap and drape an arm around his shoulder.
Sure, roll manipulate for me. See,
All
or
right.
whatever, if you think something else is appropriate.
No, I definitely think it's manipulate. So normally when I played, it's macroed into roll 20. So I'm just rolling d6s.
Yeah, and so another thing you guys should remember is you can push yourself and take 2 stress whenever you make a roll to get an extra die. You can also help your friend by doing the same. Like you can take 2 stress to help someone and give them an extra die. You can also do a devil's bargain, which is where you accept a penalty for an like a story or a in-game like mechanic penalty for accepting another dice from the from me. So just something to keep in mind.
And also to keep in mind with doubles bargains is that you get to know what the consequence is before you agree to it.
Yep, that's always fun.
Mm-hmm.
I think for now, I'm going to just roll. Boop, boop. I have a 2 and a 6.
6. All right. That's a success. So yeah, you managed to get this guy to pretty much lose track of whatever it was he was doing and go on a very long spiel about his exploits on the Nightmare Frontier and how he's slain several creatures out there. His friends interrupt him several times to remind him that of the people that they've lost, but he seems very much like that, unbothered by it. He's very much like the glory of the God King, sacrifice in the name of the, he's very unbothered by the sacrifices that his soldiers have made. And while he's distracted, somebody can try to do something to their map if you'd like.
Yeah. Cassandra's going to keep the mead going for him too, so he's thoroughly drinking and talking. And I don't know if Kat is very nimble. If not, I will handle it myself.
Alas, I am not. I am only good at intimidating people.
Alrighty, then I can try and finesse this off of him then. And it's very much going to be playing the whore's role of just being all over him, being interested. And as she's touching and flirting and laughing, hands are going to be reaching into places, and she is going to try and lift this map off of him. And it'll be such a way where it's like it's just a quick lift and pass to Kat so that Kat can get it to the others.
All right.
I will ask for a devil's bargain for this one because I only have 1 tick for finesse.
All right. Let's see.
Jumping into it, I like it.
Yeah.
I believe our phrase is "fuck around and find out." So
Yep, let's do it.
Very true.
Yeah, if you want to, you can. This one you might have to get permission from your friends, but you can take a heat, 1 point of heat for the crew, because the 5 Bats gang are definitely like watching, and not that they are opposed to you guys doing crimes, but they might, the word gets around when people see things.
Mm-hmm.
What, is it just a single heat?
Yeah.
Take it. Fuck yeah.
Take it? All right.
Yeah, I'm here.
You guys are good with it?
Yeah.
Sure.
All right,
We're
cool.
to find out.
It's a
Fuck around
result
and find out.
of rumors from you guys being in this shady ass place.
All right.
So you get an extra die.
I got a 2 and a 4.
All right. With a 4, you will get a partial success. So you manage to take the map out and pass it over. But in doing so, you kind of let's see. You have to I'm trying to think of a proper penalty. Let's see.
Does something spill?
You have
on it?
to slip your map into his pocket as like a placeholder until you can get it back.
So she's got to stick a finger in the pocket. Got it.
All right, fingers in pockets.
Yeah. 2 fingers in the pocket. Go for
Yeah,
it.
2 fingers in the pocket. Listen, if it's just a matter of talking him upstairs, that's fine. Like keep him busy.
Yeah, you can try and or you guys can mark the map easily enough.
Mhm.
Once you get it away from him, you guys can kind of, do your thing. But somebody you'll probably need to either make another manipulate roll or another finesse roll to get that that map back on.
Could
onto him.
manipulate him away from his friends so that it would be easier to sneak it in on him afterwards.
I'm also always open to player suggestions for other actions. So what you do? What you gonna do?
I'm very. Oh, Ruben, I'm so nervous. Look, they're just the map. They're getting the map.
Get the map. I'm gonna like go into Sidle Pass and pick it up like behind me and bring it over and lay it down whilst also laying down some cards on top of it, so that the distracting thing is all of my beautiful colorful cards on top of it. But then we can start changing things, rubbing things out.
Like biting her nails. Like
Yeah.
it's like a nervous habit she gets when she's like,
Yeah.
because one, she wants that map. Two,
Pardon me. So this would be, I think, very much a sabotage type of role. I don't know if anybody is good at that.
I am. I'm not there.
Listen, I play the whore in the other game as well, and it's just like, I got this.
Do
y'all.
everything, guys.
Yeah.
I have all the underhanded skills and I love it. I'm enjoying this already.
Is it possible to use magic to swap some of their icons around?
Sure. Absolutely.
Use something that literally takes the ink and moves it and manipulates it around so that they're all in different locations.
I love that. Yeah. You can totally
I'll
do
cast.
All right. Cast a spell. That's how easy it is in this game.
Okay,
You just
okay,
describe
okay.
to me what you're doing with magic and then roll the
Alright.
dice.
Okay.
But I will say the
Uh-huh.
penalties for failing at magic can be very high.
Fuck around and find out. Ooh, 5 and a 6.
All right.
Some nice. I used my skull dice as well.
So exactly as you
Shit.
described, you move this ink. It almost looks like a moving painting almost, as you kind of just rearrange the markers that they had. You watch as the X's kind of turn into little streams of ink and swap places, move around, and it's done deal.
Yeah. And then like the perfect heist that it is, give it to Rian, who gives it to Kat, who will give it to, it's that sort of like
Yep. So like essentially you give the map to me, and I'm assuming like you left Catriel like at the table with this gang, and so I'm just gonna slide into the booth and be like, hello. I noticed you're looking at my friend here. And I point to Kat. Right?
The soldiers are drunk and they're just like look at and they're like, yeah.
Yeah. Party.
I give like Kat a thumbs up. I like slip the map and I was like, put it in that guy's pocket next to you.
They shove a beer into your hand.
Oh.
Was the map to Cass or to Cat?
To Kat. Like after the casting to move things around, like Ruben handed off the map to me, and I slid in next to Kat and like slid Kat the map, and it's like, all right, this is for you. Jesus Christ, Lich, thank you.
Premiere hype.
Premiere hype, thank you. Oh man, that is I'm just distributing these evenly between us. I think it's a whole like
That's
10
fair.
total, and there's technically 5 of us, so
Yeah.
perfect.
I'll slide in as well and grab a drink while we're there, just so that it's really overwhelming with lots of new company, so that this is a nice, easy, smooth transition.
So with this, I will take the stress to give a help action to
Cassandra?
Catriel to help with anything that they need to do with now that they have the map in their hands.
Okay.
That is a good question because I am not set up
you
for
doing,
this
man?
kind of work.
So helping people, is it one or oh yeah, teamwork. Assist is one stress. Yeah. Okay. Dope.
Alrighty. I got to think now.
Are you good at magic?
I am.
You could
I
try
am good at
to
that.
use like a mage hand type of thing and slide that map into his pocket or back into his bag or onto the table or something.
Yeah.
Can I
Situated.
can I assist by making an opening for her?
Yeah, absolutely. If you want to try to make a new opening, give her an extra advantage.
Yeah,
And-
that sounds fine to me. I only have one in cast though, so.
It's gonna be the most obvious of openings as Cassandra's hands slip into places and just kind of part a
Who
coat
does
or lift something so that he's not paying attention to what's happening and the
Yeah.
map can be
Ooh.
tucked in.
That's fair.
Scooby-Doo
Do you
laugh.
get 2 dice because of the help? Like because
Yeah.
of the help from Rihanna? Nice.
Yeah.
So I got a 2 and a 4.
All right. So you you
So how,
you managed
time out.
to
How many
get
do you have in
the
cast?
just one.
One. So you should 3. You roll 3 because we're both
Okay.
helping you. Yeah.
I got another 4.
Okay.
All right. So with a 4, it's a partial success. So you managed to get that map back where it belongs, but they notice that you're casting a spell and they get a little suspicious and they're like, what are you doing there, friend?
Brendan.
Me? Nothing. I'm not doing anything. Why?
You cast, yeah, well, we just noticed your hands were glowing. So you know, but
It's a religious thing.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Why are
which
you wearing
religion? We would probably know, but okay. Which religion?
Why are you worrying about what her hands are doing when mine are so busy right now?
This is one of the random soldiers, not your,
Well,
not your. He is full on just preoccupied. Yeah, he's very distracted. And the map is where it belongs. You guys, you have your map back as well since you managed to distract him. And they say, why don't y'all go get us another drink?
I'm
They
gonna
look
grab
at-
Scott's hand, just like yes. And just, like,
Yes,
pose.
I'll go get 2 drinks, I guess.
Yeah.
And I'll get up and I'll go and get drinks.
What's your favorite drink?
They, mine.
Yeah.
They're drinking mead. We've been drinking mead. I like whiskey.
Oh. Mead can be nice with some lavender in it. You should try it.
That sounds fancy.
Yeah. What can I say? I'm fancy.
Well, you from here? I mean, well, nobody's really from here, but you live here?
Me? No. I live here now. Yes. I'm
Oh.
not originally from here though. Yeah, I travel around.
Yeah, we've been traveling. We spent a week out there on the frontier. It was rough.
Oh.
Derek,
yeah.
Derek, his eyes get really weird.
I'm gonna come
Oh.
back with the drinks and be like, what happened to Derek?
You seen some shit, huh?
Tell us what happened to Derek, please. I did not go back. That is far too many people.
Please be a sad drunk.
Pulls
Sorry, we
out
get them
he
talking.
pulls
They'll
out
get distracted. It's fine.
he pulls out like this piece of stone. It's about this big. It looks like a little pillar of stone. And as you look at it, you see it's like a finger. You know, he's like, this is all I got of Derek.
Oh, shit.
Were you and Derek close?
All right, I should laugh. He's sad. Wouldn't say close. We went to training together, so I mean, you know, Derek. He was a good guy. Those fucking things.
Cassandra will raise one of the
I need some more
mugs.
mead with lavender, please. I want to get fancy for Derek.
To
Let's get
Derek.
fancy for Derek.
Suddenly they forget about the spells that you were fucking with under the table.
Yes, that's
To
good.
Derek.
Only
Derek.
a little manipulative. To Derek.
All right, guys. I'm gonna go get some more coffee.
Okay.
You guys decide what your next move is real quick. It won't take me just a moment.
Mhm.
Sure.
I've got a big cup, so it should last me a while.
I
Poor
think,
Derek.
Poor Derek.
Poor Derek.
after we're done with going over Derek's ill-timed fate, like this sounds like some good stuff.
Well, how do you get turned into stone? I have
Why is-
questions.
Why is there only a finger left?
Is there only a finger left? I could look into my lore book if you want, kind of see what we're dealing with.
Yeah, that sounds like some shit. We
Probably
should find
a
out
good
where
idea.
they were when this happened. Where those people get turned into stone?
Yeah, let's
that's a
avoid
good
the
idea.
area where there's creatures that turn you to stone.
Yeah, I like
Sensible
that.
life decision right there. Yeah.
And like I'm eavesdropping still, but again, it's just so many people on one booth, so everything is just like. But Rion's like head just keeps turning. It's like, you turn into stone. There's only one finger. What is going on? Like,
Yeah, he describes this creature that it looked kind of like a bird, but he was running from it most of the time, so he couldn't see it. It was veiled in mist, and whatever happened to his friend turned him to stone, and he was shattered by the creature, like a strike from it. And when they returned, nothing was left but pieces. So they grabbed a piece of Derek to remember him by.
Maybe that's not
Derek.
his finger.
Oh no. Let me get a good look, I can tell.
Oh, poor Derek.
Poor Derek.
He says that the captain he acts like it isn't a big deal, but every time that they go out there, it seems like something tragic happens to one of them.
where the area that they're describing where this happened to him,
Mm-hmm.
how close of it on the map, like where on the map is it compared to the rumored blood red tree with the black leaves?
It's not really in the same area. It's a little north of that.
Okay.
It'd be a little out of the way, but
Okay. Good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you kind of see, like, if anyone looks over at Rian, who is like flipping through her lore book and looking at the map, just like very nervously as she's listening, and then looks up at everyone. It's like, we're good. Like,
Good. Yeah, well, maybe you all should stage a coup and tell your captain you don't want to risk your life anymore.
he is
Think of
sitting
Derek's
right there.
family. He's distracted.
In his memory.
Do it for Derek.
Well, I mean, we're doing this for our god, so I mean, it's important that we, come out here and conquer this new frontier for the God King. I don't know what I'm saying. I just want Derek back.
Derek will always be with you. Right there in the locket.
Yeah.
I was looking for Sorry, I'm looking through my notes, trying to find something. All right, I found it. So, what's the move, guys? That's me, the DM, asking. You guys
Figure.
hang out with the
We should
Solarian soldiers some more?
we should probably play this up for just a little longer.
Yeah.
Like, we're not just
Alright.
here for information. We're here because we like you.
Yeah. I mean, Cassandra is down to entertain them for as long as possible. So, you know, if the others want to casually slip away while she's keeping them busy, that's fine.
Sorry, my cat was cute. I had to take a picture.
That's a valid thing.
You know what?
That's a
It's
valid
fine.
thing.
Yeah, cute cats are important.
Yeah.
He's just like, I really have to pick up my closet. Like, I just have stuff like folded on the floor instead of putting it in storage. And he has decided that is where he would like to hang out in. So,
That's
it's the coolest
also
place in the
valid.
house, so I don't-
Yeah.
Anyway, he was being adorable. Anyway,
I'll hang out for some more, drink some fancy mead. Try to encourage this guy that maybe he should take up a peaceful life in Derek's memory.
It's like, yeah, I've always wanted to be a cobbler.
You should do it.
I
Let
just
me
love
see your hand.
boots.
Let me see your hand, and I'm gonna do a palm reading as an excuse to feel his hands. But I will do everything I can to convince him that clearly his fate suggests he should be leading a peaceful life.
Do you want to make a roll?
Yeah.
Want to negotiate with him, or
Well, I'm thinking manipulate is I believe what I tend to do when I'm swaying someone with these things rather than a
sure?
Oh, that's a 3.
You can tell that he is glad he has someone to talk to, but you're pretty sure you're not going to change his religion.
Yeah.
Or his
that's fair.
blind faith in his warlike god king
Yeah.
that he is a soldier for. So he does start to question things, though. You can see it in his eyes as the conversation goes on. They offer to buy you guys a round of drinks, and they ask about your crew. And you guys, let's see. I'm looking at the factions really quick. These would be the Church of Soul, probably. So,
do we tend to sell ourselves when hiding what we truly are as some sort of labor and trade group with our shop?
probably.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
I thought so, yeah.
Yeah.
Because if
the
they're,
front.
especially, we don't want to be like, oh yes, we go get really good artifacts.
Yeah,
Because
no.
if they're out to go get a really good artifact, then this will tip us off.
Yeah. So we
Gotcha.
each have a trade
Mhm.
that we offer to people. That's
right. Well, they they carry on with the small talk for a while. Eventually, each of them kind of gets either too drunk to stay awake, or too drunk to keep drinking. So they kind of meander off to their different rooms, or wherever they stay. They probably have like a boarding. Probably have boarding in a barracks or the church.
As one of the really drunk ones kind of passes by, I'm gonna be like, "Oi, my mom said chicken noodle soup will help with the hangover."
It's chicken noodle soup. All right.
Electrolytes. Trust me, I'm a doctor.
a doctor of what she wants.
He like winks at you like a electrolytes.
Aye.
Electric.
Salt.
Salt's not electric. Like this goes on for a minute, and then he finally makes his way. But yeah, you managed to, if you want to, you can whisk away Cassandra. You can whisk away this dude and kind of do your thing with him if you want, and meet up with the gang later. Earn some points with these folks.
Yeah, I'm gonna earn some points and some coin.
She's
I
gonna
would have gone the I'm just gonna let him pass out and then steal his wallet.
Who says I'm not gonna do that as well?
There are many ways to make a coin.
Wait, just out of like, you could just take his breeches. You can't go anywhere
I
without
could
them.
I could take those as well, yes.
Just take his whole breeches. Just take them.
Don't
We should get
Don't-
all of them. I look
don't-
over. I'm gonna look over at the cat and be like, we should go get all of their breeches.
you needn't worry. I'll be back before you know it.
Okay. Careful now.
Mhm.
Rihan, I can
Uh,
try to summon the breaches out of the room so we don't even have to go inside.
It would definitely delay them to their own expedition if we just took their pets.
We just steal their pants.
Going full Sarah on this bitch.
Yep.
Breaches!
Breeches. Sorry. Anyway.
Give me your pants.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So yeah, I'm going to disappear with this guy, and I am going to steal his pants, and I am going to steal his coin purse.
Nice. Got some spending money.
And the important thing I need to note is I have the ability mesmerism. So whenever I manipulate someone, I cause them to forget that the conversations or interaction had happened until I next interact with them. So he's not going to remember Cassandra until we run into them again. He's just going to know he got robbed by somebody.
That seems
That's
legit.
dope. All right. Any other business with these gentlemen?
No.
All right. So, with some new information, you all make your way back to perhaps your own booth, or perhaps the lair. Perhaps you meet up in your store. I'm not sure, but definitely have some planning to do. It seems like.
I think our lair sounds like a good idea.
To the lair.
Yes. I'll have just made my way back there anyway for the evening. Probably stay there more often than not. So I managed to make not only add things, but I moved things around, so none of their markers are where they should be. Certainly not the one that's the most important.
A wild goose chase. Excellent.
Yes. And we can add the markers that they did have onto our map.
Even better.
Yes.
This was a productive day.
Oh, yes.
So you all know where the the stone creature is, and you guys also have a marker for the red tree, and there are a couple of other markers that look like they might be outposts, that or maybe resupply points that are marked for the Solarians for their like military operations. Seems like that's what those other markings were.
Useful to know where they are. We could just send Cassandra in to alleviate their boredom.
To be very good at my work.
And yoink some supplies on the way.
Val, since you're back,
Mhm.
I'm gonna go bio. Be right back.
Oh, okay.
I just didn't want to leave when we already had someone gone.
The channel host and the GM gone at the same
Yeah.
time. Yeah, no.
We won the game. Yeah.
Yeah,
We win.
That's it.
We
Yeah.
win.
Woo.
Yeah. So what happened while I was bioing? With like, there's some military.
I stole his pants and his coin purse, and he won't remember me until I run into him again.
Let's avoid that then.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we're back in the treehouse and we're planning. And I informed everyone as to the magic shenanigans I did on them.
Yeah, and I guess when Jamie gets back, I want to do maybe another gather information if he'll let me with like what I know both about either or. He'll probably let me do either or. Either about a red tree with black leaves or about the stone thing. Probably the red tree with black leaves, because if we just don't go to the north of like where we're looking, like I'm just gonna there looks like there's a ridge here, so let's just stay on this side of the ridge.
If you appreciate it, take stress. Look at me acting like I know what I'm talking about. Because I have some background in like occulty magics, so I can assist you in some way.
Oh, all right.
I just marked one on my thinger, right?
Uh-huh.
I did the thing. Okay.
Yeah, we'll let him come back and make the decision, which he's here. Hey.
Where am I?
Back here.
I was gonna ask you. I wanted to look through all of my lore and stuff, like all of my books. I have a book of lore as an item, but I was wondering if you could look through it, and if you want to count this as a gather information roll or a fortune roll, like that's cool. About if there's anything about like any legends about a tree, like what's
do you want to roll investigation with the
Yeah,
you can get a little more information because you have the book.
I also offered to take stress to help.
Okay, if you want to.
Because the occulty magic-y thing, sure.
I got 3d6.
Big money, no whammies.
Big money. It's a 5.
Okay. So, let's see. So there is not a whole lot of information in the books that you have. Like when you have a collection of war books at your disposal. Like, so let's say you guys just have like a nice bookshelf in your lair. And some of it's maybe crap, and some of it's maybe very relevant. But
it's all relevant to me.
After rifling through it, you mainly focus on magical plants and things that could cause that kind of strange biology. You don't come across a whole lot, but then you start looking at curses and things of that nature, and you find that there have been things called cursed stones in the past, which are stone pillars that were used to kind of seal curses and hexes into as a method of cleansing, and they would often bleed, like the stones would bleed when fractured. And the curse itself seems like it's not limited to being associated with or the spell that you use to bind these curses isn't limited to being used on inanimate objects like stones. So maybe someone could have used it on a tree. And that's kind of like the conclusion you get from some of this research, but it doesn't exactly explain what kind of magic this tree has. Just that it could be a side effect of a hex or curse.
I'd say that with that kind of information, perhaps we should be prepared to. I don't know about all of you. I don't want to be cursed.
Curses are bad, yeah.
I mean, cursing other
Yes.
people, maybe, but I don't want to be cursed.
I guess we'll have to find a way around the curse.
Very hard to do unless you know what the curse sees, which we'd have to find it first. But
Isn't that what you're here for?
thank you, Kat. You're just so eloquent with your words.
I try my best.
You have many uses, Rian.
I know. I am a doctor. I mean, after all, I do come from a very long line of dwarven excavators. You know, my great grandfather was the first one that, with his pickaxe, knocked the other wall down. The first light of the frontier came. He saw it.
You don't say.
Aye. You can ask him. He's
That's-
still alive. Not to lose.
You'll introduce me to such a legendary man.
Yes. Great.
Clearly,
Yeah.
you are destined to also succeed with great finds and expedition.
Oh well, I found all of you, so I guess that's good.
So, if you guys have your target,
Mm-hmm.
you need a plan
Yeah.
for your score. If that's what you guys are trying to get into.
I think that's the way that it goes. But,
Yeah. So you choose a plan and supply the detail.
what page?
Plan in what page?
Yeah.
In Blades in the Dark.
Yeah.
Let's see. That's gonna be the engagement roll. It's gonna be the score. Planning and engagement is on 127.
Yep. Bam. 128.
So this is probably a closest thing. This is probably could be described as would be like a transport, but it's more of just an exploration.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
I think an exploration plan is what we're looking at.
Yeah, and the detail is your method. Like you guys are going to just try to use your wits and know-how to navigate the
Yeah.
wilderness.
Yeah. I mean, we
Alright.
have
And a map.
a map. We have
And
a
a
map.
map. I have witch sight as well, so I'll be on the lookout for any
Oh yes, nice.
supernatural unhappiness around us.
Plus, and I will look over at Catriel. Very intimidating,
So intimidating.
Most intimidating.
especially
Ooh.
in that dress.
Ah,
I'm intimidated right now.
Intimidated and horny.
Scaroused is what I call it.
Scroused. It's a good one.
so horny, all of you.
Scorny. So scorny.
So scorny. Yes. No, nothing will fuck with us.
Unless we wanted to.
True.
So this isn't in your preferred hunting ground, which I think you guys have sales territory instead of
Mhm.
hunting ground.
Mhm.
So y'all need to choose your loadout. You don't all have to choose the same, but light normal, or heavy, and that's going to dictate how much equipment you have access to throughout the run. You don't have to choose the equipment you're taking with you now. You just choose your load. And then later, when you want to use a piece of equipment, you just say, I brought this along. You check it off, and that adds to your load.
Okay.
Ooh.
Normal. Is there a penalty to going heavy?
So, the penalty for having a heavier load in most cases is going to be you're way more noticeable like by authorities, but since you guys are out in the wilderness, it's just going to slow your travel down a little bit.
Yeah, it's largely just appearance. You look like you're decked out for trouble.
Yeah, you guys look like you're going, if you're heavy, you look like you're about to go fight in like a war.
Yeah, I'm going heavy because we're going out on the frontier, and I don't think it's unusual. It's like, yes, they're heavily armed because they're leaving town. I think like everyone actually expects that.
If you haven't gone heavy on the wild frontier, you're not doing it right.
You're not doing it right.
Yeah. You're gonna die.
Yeah, so
You're
I'm
gonna
going
die.
heavy for mine.
Cassandra is actually going to go medium because she is not a strong lady. She gives off the dainty appearance, so she doesn't carry a lot.
Yeah, I think I'll go with heavy too.
Yeah, I'm gonna go heavy, but I'm one of those people that has like many little satchels and like thigh things that keep it. Like I distribute the things that I'm carrying.
I just have a really,
So,
really
like I have
big
too much
backpack.
shit. Yeah, yeah, you do. Yeah, you do.
I make sure, like, I have a hat with like the wide brim on it, like.
Absolutely.
I figured you'd have like a miner's cap with like the light on it.
That's in the backpack in case we go in the rocks.
Yeah.
This is to protect from the sun.
Proper explorer's hat, yeah.
So y'all will need to make an engagement roll to determine your starting position. You get one, it's a fortune roll, so you get one dice by default, one die by default, and then you get an extra die for each major advantage, and you get a die taken away for every major disadvantage. So is the operation particularly bold or daring? You guys, what do you guys think?
Are we being bold or daring?
There's a possible curse attached to it, so I would say
it's a little daring. It's a little daring.
It was a little daring how we got the map and everything.
Yes.
Too, so
yeah.
Yeah. Be an extra die.
Cool.
Bold and daring is just the translation of fuck around and find out, really.
Yeah, exactly.
It's the same thing.
Yeah.
The plan's detail expose a vulnerability of the target or hit them where they're weakest. I don't think so.
No.
Do you have friends or contacts providing aid or insight? Yes.
Yes.
Target is a lower tier. That doesn't apply. District modifiers doesn't apply. Operations overly complex.
I definitely have like a hat. I layer my black clothing, so it's like loose, but it's all black, and then I have a hat that has like effectively like a veil.
It's very flowy.
Protect my skin from the sun.
And
that great beast won't get to my skin. Oh my god, he's John
Guys
McClane.
get 1, 2, 3 die. 3 die.
With the engagement roll.
3 die.
Catriel, you haven't rolled anything. Do you want to do? Or you have? You did roll something. Who does want to do?
I have.
Roll? Yeah.
Who wants to?
I'm notoriously bad for these, so I'm going to choose to not.
I'll do it. I'll do the engagement roll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got it.
Is that bad?
No, there's it's my highest is a 4.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
1 and a 2 and a 4. So, but I got.
Oh.
Yep.
So you guys start in a risky position. As you set out of town on your expedition to find this cursed tree.
All right. Everybody got clean pairs of socks, because we'll probably be out there for a couple of days.
A few spares, yes. You've taught me well.
Of course. Clean underwear, clean socks.
I stole a pair of clean underwear.
I
Cleanish.
I have adhesive bandages in case you get blisters.
Uh,
Just like going through her bag like a mom does her purse to like show like all right, I think I'm done. Water. All right.
I don't carry those essentials because I know that you do carry them. So I'm used to being looked after by you. It makes
Everyone
room
has-
for all my fun stuff.
Yes, true. Catherall, you've got okay. All right. Like just like that.
We're all ready to go over
like
here.
a nervous little chihuahua, just like, making sure everything's okay. All right. Well, then we will set off on the frontier searching for this blood tree.
So, let's see. Somebody make me a fortune roll. Or I guess it could be investigate to see if you can navigate this map. I'm also all ears for any other suggestions.
Let me see. Who all is?
I have 2 in investigate.
That sounds good. You can do that. I've got 1, but not 2. I don't have 2.
Y'all cool?
I don't have anything for investigate, so
You can take lead then.
All right.
For story flavor rather than practical effect,
Alright,
I'm
I
happy
got a
to
6,
assist.
yep. I got a 6 on my investigate.
All right. Wow. All right. So you managed to lead the group out. Are y'all on horseback?
Do we want to take horseback? Yeah.
You don't necessarily have to decide at the moment, but
Yeah, I think we're probably gonna that was the evening, so we probably left the next day. I would like to point out that I ride a mule.
of course.
So
I have a nice sleek stallion in black, of course.
yes.
Of course.
I'll have a horse. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take a horse. It'll be a nice gray mare.
Nice.
You also have a more fantastical mount if you would like. It's very much up to you.
Okay, then I want a legally distinct chocobo.
A non-copyright infringing chocobo.
Exactly.
Eyes are pointing.
So a yellow emu, essentially.
Yeah,
Yes.
I want yellow.
Big bird.
Listen,
Yeah.
okay, if that's the case, we're all riding emus.
Hell yeah.
Okay, fine.
like you're not gonna like say this and like listen, me and
Just hear them
yeah.
coming. Like,
Oh, if we're
panic
going
you.
for weird bird creatures, how about yellow cassowaries? They can like gut like humans with claws.
Are yellow cassowaries? Yeah, just cassowaries.
Are those the big angry like shoe bills?
They're
No.
They're
They're-
if you look them up, they're dinosaurs. Like they're
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
dinosaurs.
We're riding feathered dinosaurs. Let's
Yeah.
just
Okay, yeah, no, I'm good with that. I'm
Yeah.
good with that. Yeah,
Alright, so
absolutely.
you guys on your velociraptors, you go and I'm just kidding. On your big feathered mounts, you guys head out of town. You have supplies and things to defend yourselves with and navigate the wilderness. The terrain here it's a bit rocky. It's you're still in the mountains for the first part of the trip. As you make your way down into the lower lands of this frontier, you begin to see more grass and bushes and more wildlife. It seems pretty peaceful for the most part. As you guys travel, though, you begin to notice things are off. It's in places where you would see back home maybe trees growing. Instead, there are strange mosses that kind of just seem to defy gravity and they seem to grow in different shapes, almost like they're being molded by some unseen force. They're strange plants and animals that seem to almost be familiar, but just have something a little off. Like maybe the deers seem normal, but then when they from the side, but when they look at you straight on, you notice they only have one big antler as opposed to having two a set of antlers. So things things are a little offsetting, but for the most part, safe. You guys travel along your the the trail you mark on the map,
Mhm.
and things go well. First nightfall comes, and one of you guys is going to have to mark off camping supplies on your sheet for part of your load. Um, and let me see. Um, when you guys set up camp, um, somebody roll me some kind of roll, whatever you want to use, but you need to do something to kind of disguise or conceal the camp. So whether you want to use magic or intuition or your wits or just some creative role playing, whatever you want.
Happy to
How are
use
you
some magic. I
guys?
flavored it with darkling shit, so it's all about creating shadows around us. If you want
Sure.
full tilt.
Good.
Yeah. Sure. 2 dice. 6 and a 2.
602. Okay. Yeah. So you managed to. I'm not sure. What was your intention there with the? You gonna do this
Well,
shadow, some shadow
yeah. So
manipulation?
yeah, basically everything around us just becomes that little bit darker and plays on the light, so that we are obscured from anyone that is walking past the area, but we can still see within it.
Okay. Okay. Um. You you see the stars or the moon and the stars come out as the sun sets and it's rather cold. You feel fairly hidden with this illusion magic going, and you're able to uh, start a small magical fire that doesn't give off too much smoke. You're able to kind of warm up a little bit, and um, as night falls, who is let's see. I'm gonna. You guys take turns taking watch. I'm assuming.
Yeah, sure.
Why not? Let's see. I'm gonna just do this randomly. So Cassandra, on your watch, when your friends are asleep, or maybe a couple of them are still up, but your it's your turn to keep watch. You notice that there is some kind of movement down in the field below. Uh, it's it's hard to tell in the moonlight, but you see the silhouette of some shapes moving. Uh, you guys have camped out under a rock outcropping on about halfway down a rather large, steep hill. And in the field below, you can kind of see these creatures moving, but you're not sure what they are. Um, you just can tell that something's traveling across the field. Not towards you, mind you, just kind of across.
If they're not moving towards us, she's just going to keep an eye on them. She probably settled down next to Cat because Cat is the muscle. And if they start getting closer, Cat's the first one she'll wake up.
Cat.
You watch it.
Sounds like a plan, Stan.
Yeah.
Watches these shapes seem to go still, and then you hear a cacophony of just howling and what sounds like laughter from out in the field. As if you're familiar with coyotes, it sounds very familiar to that. But you can swear you hear voices like either screaming or laughing. Something's being uh, something's happening down there. Your friends don't seem to stir, but you can hear this kind of echoing through the canyon, and then it goes quiet again, and nothing ever comes too close to the camp. Seems like the illusions might have helped. The next morning, you guys wake up, perhaps make some breakfasts.
Anybody brought that tin of
There
beans?
are there's a stiff breeze that's kind of blowing you guys southward. It makes it hard to make a campfire in the morning to make breakfast, but you guys managed to do it.
I did. I did an actual little tower reading for what we're doing. The first two are interesting and seem to align, but I just want to point out that I did genuinely feel this is our future card.
Oh no.
The tower.
Interesting.
It's the the Three of Swords, but it's a
It has
heart.
the
The
heart in
swords
it.
are going through a heart. Yeah.
Not concerning at all.
Some nice wand cards for there. We're good.
It's fine.
Is that
It's
like
fine.
your face that you make as you're doing
Yeah.
tarot and we're
Yeah.
sitting at breakfast?
Yeah, whenever the swords come up, that's the exact face I make.
Yeah. Yeah. No, pretty much. Yeah, because he's like, yeah, okay, we're doing okay. This is our competition competitive nature. We are out trying to fend for ourselves out here. Which seems fine and totally makes sense. And then our current is a strength in numbers card, which, that's
Yeah,
us.
makes sense.
And then pulled this and went, oh,
Oh no.
audibly made a noise. Hey guys, look, it's a fucking heart. What are the
I-
chances, huh?
I feel I should let everyone know as well that there were some things moving around last night, banging quite noisily, but the illusions seemed to keep them from camp, so I didn't feel the need to wake anyone. But just so we're aware, they were down in the valley. They didn't come anywhere near us.
Is the valley closer north or south to where the creature that turns everything to stone is?
It's you guys are still a good ways away from that.
Okay.
You guys aren't
Good.
necessarily heading towards that creature's territory unless you make a sharp turn north. Y'all are traveling westwardly. So as you guys pack up for breakfast, does somebody want to make me a gain insight? See where you might need to head next.
Sure. I will roll one.
Go for it.
It's a 4.
Nice.
It's a 4. Okay. You can see on the map where there is a river to be crossed, and after climbing up back to the top of this hill, you guys find that there is a stream down in the valley, but it will probably take you guys most of the day to cross the valley.
Do we have to cross through where the sounds came from?
You don't have to. Certainly find a different way.
But it's.
Well, I'm just checking because
Yeah.
like
Fuck it. Why not?
I mean, I kind of want to find out what the noises were, but
Of course. I mean, I love being out here. Kind of wish I heard those strange noises, but let's
Well, we know they're there. You can stay up and,
True, and
wait vigilantly.
they only did that at night. Could be fine.
Uh-huh.
This seems like
Uh-huh.
it's. I mean, this seems like it's the most straightforward route, right?
Mhm.
Natural.
Onward.
Perfect.
Onward and upward.
Yep. Let's do it. We're gonna go in that direction.
Mm.
Yeah, y'all traveled down into the valley, and there doesn't seem to be a whole lot of movement. Like you can see pretty far. It's mostly plains, but towards the
Mm-hmm.
as you travel um, across towards the stream, you start running into heavier like denser vegetation, and you can see that like on one of the bushes or on several of the bushes there is what almost looks like um, it looks like the entrails of some kind of animal, and it's almost draped across several of these small trees and bushes that go across the stream here. You can see it is the same site on the other side. It seems like almost like someone wrapped them around the trees and was trying to like pull the trees or do something, some other heinous ritual or something.
Well, that explains the noise.
This is fucked up. I love it.
It
Can
could
you
have been
say that
us.
out loud?
Yeah. Yeah. These
Well,
little
she is weird, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
they are weird.
Yeah. I uh pulls out lore book, flip, flip. like, which by the way, Jams, some of these items are italicized. Is that a zero load item for our
Believe
thing?
so.
Cool. Zero load for my book of lore. Can I see
Double check that.
with
but-
with the
I'm gonna run to the bathroom real quick.
yeah, go ahead. With the information about the strange noises that was described to us last night, I want to look in my book to see if there's anything known in legend, lore, whatever there is out here. Probably from the what are they? The indigenous folks. The Wilder. Like I'm very specifically I have a book of Wilder lore on me, and that I've probably recorded myself at some point. So let's see if I can find anything that is that's in here with those two specific things connected, if that's cool.
Okay.
Entrails and howling.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna use investigate again. All right, that's a 5.
So the only thing that you can figure is that this might be some kind of ritual.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't seem like something that would occur naturally, to your knowledge, and you
Mhm.
can't find any really relative information other than like information on certain rituals that require like entrails of different animals or
Yeah.
people if you got some weird ass books.
Is
I don't know.
is it a ritual? Would I be able to find out if it's a ritual that um that people like some type of culture does, or if it's
You
something
don't
that the Wilders are just like
you don't
this
have
is bad.
confirmation that it is
Okay.
a ritual. It's just
Okay.
that's the most relative
Gotcha.
information
Okay,
that you
cool.
could find.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem like anything in your book has any direct parallel to this.
Mm-hmm.
Um, although, river crossings or stream crossings are a lot of the time can be where crossings into like the dream world, the
Mm.
dreamlands. Could be hidden. But that's that's here nor there. That's also might be relative information.
We could be getting into some behind the veil bullshit.
I take off my large black sun hat and put on my fine spirit mask, which is shaped like a raven, ready to pull down if I need to. Just be like, well, that sounds exciting.
With your spirit mask on, you can kind of tell, or no, as soon as you kind of pull it down, you notice that the water here is when looking through the lens of your mask is blood red, like it is stained with some kind of magic that you can see as a red color.
Yeah. All right, friends. There's I don't know if it is exactly blood. It looks like blood. Magical blood, perhaps, in the water. Let's not drink it or fuck with it. Although, I know that perhaps Rian, you want to collect some. I don't know.
The water?
What?
Yeah,
No.
it's like it looks red to me when I look through my mask. Some magic shit going on.
Oddly enough, you note that the entrails on the bushes don't seem to have any magic associated with them.
Just standard entrails.
Just your standard mundane
entrails.
Yeah. Just awful.
Boar viscera.
Awful. Yeah. It is awful. I
think it's best we
I don't know.
go in expecting to knock some skulls.
Let's avoid.
Do we want to even walk through the river, or can we get the and I give my little bird a nudge, and you hear coming from it, because that's the noise it makes. Hey, maybe we should get a running jump and not just quiet. Don't maybe not walk through it.
You think
That's all I'm saying.
That's funny. I'm not built for jumping, but I can try.
Well, what about your bird?
Yeah. I do have. I don't know how big it would actually be. I was going to be making my animated object to be like a mechanical-ish raven. But it's not going to be terribly big because it just says carry out simple tasks, so I can't imagine it's very large.
I would say it could be as big as a piece of furniture or something, but it's depending on its size, it's going to be limited to what it could do. Depending on what it is.
How wide across is this water?
Let's see. Probably 20 meters, maybe. It's pretty wide, but it's shallow.
I don't know. Do we think there's a bridge somewhere, or should we wade in the water?
It's blood. It's going to stain anything we're wearing.
Yep.
As far as you guys can tell, we're not looking at it through any kind of magical lens. It just looks like normal water.
Can I try to gather information on it, like using the witch site that I have? It says you always aware of supernatural effects and entities in your presence. Take a +1 dice when you gather information about the supernatural. So I don't know if
trying to just investigate it to see if there's if it feels different or if there's any kind of effect if I
Yeah.
just try and touch it.
Yeah, you could get a neck. I would say that would probably apply to that.
And if
Okay.
if
Does that
Ruben's
come
using the
under-
fine spirit mask to use it, wouldn't the fine quality also give them an extra dice?
Sure. So
Yeah.
you got the spirit mask and the
Ability.
the
And
ability.
the ability.
Yeah.
Okay.
And is this a gain insight or investigate? Investigate.
I would say this is probably honestly. I could argue either.
Okay. I'm happy to go gain insight if you're cool with that because it's
Yeah. Like I said before, depending on what you roll is usually like will
what you get out of it.
influence
Yeah.
what kind of information I
Shit.
give you.
I
Yeah.
know that, right? 4 dice.
And we're still in a risky position.
Yes, you guys are in a risky position with a standard effect.
Okay.
I would say you might even get a great effect out of this because you have the ability and the
Mask.
item.
Come on. A 1, a 2, a 2, and a 5. Fucking
Woo! At least that 5's there.
like out of 4 dice. That's rough.
So
still not it's partial success, isn't it?
Yeah.
as you try to kind of hone in on this this magic, something kind of like it wraps you into it. Like you're almost like lost staring at this flowing water. Like you kind of sit there for a minute and you forget what you're thinking about and what you're supposed to be doing, and make a mind roll for me. It's a mind resistance roll, so you get to
So this is how
add.
many gray
Yes.
I have in the. Okay, so it's 2 for me.
And I'd like to remind everyone we did get subs, so everyone has the sub rewards hanging out on our spreadsheet. So
I'm
right
gonna
now,
do that.
everyone has 2 extra dice. Yeah.
I'm gonna do that because I just got 2 3s.
Okay, so you're gonna use an extra dice.
Oh, it's a 5.
Okay.
Oh, fucking.
Yeah.
All right, so you
That
take
could have been
one.
real bad, guys.
Yeah.
You take one stress, and you manage
Okay.
to rip your attention away from this. You kind of have this like soreness in your head. All of a sudden, you're like, you do seem to recall that this is a type of conjuration magic. Seems like it could be a teleportation like spell, or somebody is using conjuration to summon some kind of magic that's influencing the water here. You're not sure.
Okay. So the first thing I'll do is probably like looking at it, and then when I have to pull myself away, I'll just fall back on my ass, clutching my head. Move the
I love that
mask.
you guys are literally just like looking at the stream, just like, what?
Yeah. Whoa, look at this water. This is so trippy. It's
Water?
trippy through the mask, you know? Yeah, and I'm like freaking the fuck out on the ground now.
Well, before Ruben said not to drink the water, I was gonna drink it. So
Fair enough.
Well, here we are. So I'm gonna fall back, pull off my mask.
I'm so glad that you're the type of person that just wants to lick things. I'm here for
Yes. There must
that's how
always
you
be
find
one.
out if things are bad.
There must always be one.
As someone who did a geology degree, it is a very legitimate way of investigating the world around you. You have to lick
It
the
works for
rocks.
kids.
It does. So yeah, get a bit of a headache. Just be like, ooh, bad. Wow, that's bad. I don't know if someone's trying to summon something or conjure something or some manner of transportation. I'm not sure, but there's magic in there.
Some
Someone's
dark fuckery.
caused this. Yeah, there's some dark fucker.
Is there a rock laying around somewhere?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, I'm gonna pick up a rock and I'm gonna throw it into the river and see what happens.
Yeah.
There's a big splash.
That's it.
Water goes in different directions. Yeah, that's it.
I
It
just
it
scramble
reacts
back to get
normally.
away from the water, like. Oh.
Ah.
I don't like it.
guys
Oh,
see that it's beginning to be evening time as you're staring at the water. Just thought I'd make a note.
idea.
Uh,
The two of you can do magic as I look at Catrell and Ruben. Is there
mhm.
a way you could just lift the stones so that we have a bridge, like the bedstones?
We could try.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Sure.
Okay. Do any of you have a arcane focus? Because part of your if you want to bring one or if you want to have brought one, you part of your crew upgrades were you guys have quality foci.
Mm-hmm.
So that would give you a greater effect.
There, I have spellcasting focus on Loadout, but I don't have any spellcasting.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing is like anybody can bring one along. It just
I'll
depends
bring
if
one
you
along
wanna-
with me, and I'll help Rue because they've got more things in cast than I do.
Could we, just to kind of practice and show off mechanics, could we do this as I'm leading a team action?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okie dokie.
Okay.
So
Yeah, explain team
for team
actions.
action, you guys will all roll the same action rating, and Val's the leader, so she will for whoever rolls a failure, which is a 1 through a 3, she'll take 1 stress. But on the upside, you guys only count the highest roll that out of all of your rolls, and you guys all get to benefit from the success.
Okay.
So everybody for this one's going to be rolling cast, I guess.
Mhm.
If you have nothing in cast, you roll 2 die, take the
Take the
lower
lower.
result. As normal, you can push yourself, devil's bargain. In this case, you guys can't help each other because you're already doing a team action. I don't think.
I'm gonna take one of these
Might be
gifted
Wrong
dice
about that.
from Lich to give myself so I don't have disadvantage because I don't have anything in cast. So I'll have a single dice instead of
Heard.
dumb 2. Okay, so everybody rolls
Okay.
a cast roll.
Yeah, I'm gonna push and take the 2 stress.
I got 4.
I got
Y'all
a 4.
pull out your various magical implements and
Mhm.
focus your energy on the stones in the river, trying to line them up and make a pathway like that one scene in the labyrinth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A 4, a what?
I have a 6.
I also
I have a
six.
4.
Yep.
Okay.
2 4s and 2 6. So we count in the 6, so that's a success. And you guys managed to move these boulders. You hear as like different boulders emerge from the bed of the stream and kind of line up and make this this rough pathway for you guys to cross. It doesn't take too terribly long, but it does make a lot of noise.
Yeah. Obviously. But
Well, I didn't think that would work, but there it is.
what do you mean you didn't think
Hey.
it would? It was my idea. Of course it worked.
Good work, team. Look at us go. This is wonderful.
Teamwork. I imagine
Teamwork.
the way how I led the group action was like I was like maybe had like a little spyglass. It's like that stone, that one. I like which stones to lift. Yeah, there we go. We have a bridge to cross on now.
Marvelous.
All right.
Onward, legal chocobos.
Yeah. I'm
Yes.
glad that I'm on my chocobos because I don't want to be anywhere near the
They're
water.
chicken bows, okay?
They're
chicken
yeah,
bows,
they're
okay.
They're chicken
no,
boos.
guys, they're chokawaris.
Chokawaris.
Ooh.
There you go.
Nice. Okay.
This
Except for
is-
that's going to be in the next Final Fantasy game, and we'll have to change.
No. You heard it here first. Like copyright claims.
Patent it.
chokawaris.
Yeah, there we go.
There we go.
All right.
Yes.
So you guys keep traveling, and you find that the sun has been kind of hanging at this twilight stage for a while as you begin traveling back up a hill more westernly. You seem like you should be getting close to your your target, but um, you haven't seen any red trees, uh, except for as you kind of like begin to you guys stop to take a rest. You kind of begin to look around. You notice that it seems like everything's a little red at the moment. Like the light through the trees is playing a trick on your eye. I have a photo
Hesitantly
I'm gonna
move
show.
my raven mask back down over my face.
You guys look up and notice that there are skulls growing out of the trees. No hearts. It seems like somebody has either hung the skulls of these creatures on these trees or they're maybe growing right out of them.
This is fucked up.
It's not snowing like it is in this photograph that I've shared to kind of help illustrate my point, but
In
I
Discord.
like it.
Is that normal?
No. Do I? It does.
What
do
do,
they?
whoa, like not? What do you mean if that's normal?
I said, is it normal? Why is it growing skulls?
Yes.
Of course it's okay. I
does it ha-
misunderstood.
Does it have a similar vibe magically to the water? If I was to look at it through my raven eyes.
does. It seems like the trees are drawing this water up and into them.
Well, that makes
Water
sense.
is making the trees fucked up. Yeah, that's that tracks.
Well, maybe the
Trees do like water.
maybe the creatures I saw last night were corrupting the water, not so much the area around it.
Are they corrupted because of the water?
Well, I mean, they were the ones that put the stuff up in
Oh.
the trees, possibly. Maybe it was part of some ritual to mess up the water and taint the land.
Gross.
Very gross.
I thought exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I mean,
revolting.
Yeah. It is like a dark ambiance that I can appreciate, but it's a little fun.
I wouldn't decorate the hideout with this.
No, please no.
But
That
maybe
would
a
be
little
bad for
memento.
business.
A little
I mean,
memento.
if I could take one of those skulls, but
For science.
for science,
Just don't lick it first.
that's why I brought Catriel. Like, didn't you know?
She's
That's
our
how we
resident
met.
liquor.
That's how
Duh.
we met. That's how we met. They would I found them licking a ruby.
You met Kat by having her lick things.
Yes.
I'm gonna have to hear this story.
I like
later.
putting things in my mouth. I've got an oral fixation. Leave me alone.
No, I want
Yeah.
to hear more. You're going to tell me all about this later.
Oral fixation, you said.
Mm.
Yep.
You guys are traveling forward. Will all of you make me some spirit resistance rolls?
All right.
I got a 5.
Oh no.
Oh man.
Do I want to use my other dice on this? No, fuck it. Fuck her. It's a 1 and a 2.
I got a 2.
Is that just one die?
Whichever is in the gray boxes underneath spirit.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Mhm.
I 2 dice for me then. I have a 6.
All right. So who failed?
I got a 2.
You
I
two,
didn't get
okay,
a
so-
one. Yeah.
As you all are walking, Cassandra, let's see. You and Catriel are having a conversation, and
About
you
the
have
lake.
yes, and you look around, and your other two companions are not around. You've lost track of them. They don't seem to be within your sight. You can call out for them, but you guys, you're not sure where your other friends went, but the forest seems a lot nicer all of a sudden. It seems like it's daylight again, and
It's
the
me
trees look
and
normal.
Ruben.
Yeah.
Yeah, you too.
Yeah.
The trees look normal. That it's daylight again. Everything seems kind of nice.
Maybe we should go lick that tree, huh?
Oh,
Hey, the sap might taste good. You don't know.
I look
It's
around
very
for
true.
my liquor, and they're not there.
It's okay. We can lick ourselves.
Okay, let's go lick. So I have a question. If the
Yes.
trees look nicer, what's replacing the skulls hanging from them?
Pine cones.
Pine cones. So they're coniferous
You know-
trees.
Yeah.
You guys are still in the mountains.
Yeah,
You can make
I'm
all sorts of arts
gonna-
and crafts out of pine cones.
Yeah, I'm gonna direct my chokowari to one of the trees and reach up and remove one of the pine cones.
Seems pretty mundane.
Mhm.
You watch as like you see you're like looking at the pine cone, like a little tiny caterpillar kind of crawls out of the pine cone onto your finger.
Oh, hello there, little guy.
Lick
Ruben,
it.
look, it's one of the fuzzy ones. Oh, it's one of the fuzzy
Oh, the-
ones.
The fuzzy ones. They're so cute, but not very pleasant.
I like try to like. Oh no! Please don't sting me.
Just flick it. Flick it. Flick. There
So-
you go.
You two that are still in this creepy woods, you what are you two doing? Cassandra and Catriel.
Where the fuck the other two go?
I don't know. Did they lick something and disappear?
I don't know. I don't know. Can I roll an insight to see if I can figure something out?
Yeah,
Any
absolutely.
trace? I got a 2.
Yeah, you're pretty baffled. They seem to have just disappeared into thin air. But you can kind of see that, you know, there's I mean you've obviously started to catch on to something's wrong. The sun should have gone down by now. And everyone can kind of take note of that, especially you two that are now in the it seems like daylight
Yeah.
Oh,
where it was twilight before.
This
Sorry, go ahead.
this is a little weird, man.
Not a fan of this at all.
Nope, neither am I.
imagine like the screen, like 4 screens popping, and they're 2 different locations. It's like
Everyone.
you magic us out.
Magic. What out of the daylight? Maybe.
I don't.
I don't know where our friends are.
Well, I have a pine cone.
Slowly pulls mask down over face.
Do either one of you have a familiar? You have a familiar, don't you?
Yes, I do. I do have a familiar that's probably been napping in my backpack this whole time.
They kind of stir. And what are they? What form do they take?
It's a very, very large, floofy sort of puppy cat.
Okay.
So a hyena?
with wings. It's a puppy cat with wings. It's almost, you know what? We're just gonna, you know what? We're going with this theme here. It's sort of like this little fairy that kind of looks like a bear, and it has a pom pom on its head.
So it's a berry.
It's a berry. Yes. It's we call them boogles.
Oh, I love it.
Aw.
Yes. I have a boogle in my backpack.
It kind of stirs
Mhm.
and like crawls up onto your shoulder and is like, this is weird.
Oh, Reeves, how are you?
Sleepy, but felt something weird, so I woke up.
Well, this is the weird.
This is weird.
I,
Oddly familiar.
Oh,
Yeah, I can't think of it. It's on the tip of my tongue.
maybe if I can I see the pine cone?
I hand the pine cone over to Ruben.
Okay. I'm going to inspect it physically to see if this is indeed a pine cone or if there's some magic that is like some magic fuckery going on.
You are getting an overwhelming amount of arcane energy from all around you. Like it's like you're standing in a tanning bed and the lights are the magic that you're seeing. It's a little overwhelming until you have to focus and tune it out. It's not just the pine cone; it's literally everything.
Yeah, this is really overwhelming. There's lots of magic going on.
Maybe you should just stop wearing that mask all the time. It seems like it gives you problems, like a migraine or something.
Yep, quite possibly. It's it's funny because the water when I was inspecting it had a sort of conservation, alteration effect going on. And perhaps the water looked normal to you all when it was in fact some manner of blood. And now we are in the reverse of that. So they're in the weird, creepy, dark shit. And we're in the whatever it's made
Who's
the
on
water
first?
look normal.
Yeah, where it's supposed to be in there.
Cassandra and I'm sorry, I'm blanking.
Cat.
Cat. Thank you. Cat. Cassandra and Cat. They have a lot of like stuff in front of me, so but that's not a good excuse. They you two notice that there is for the first time in a while, you notice some wildlife as you're like looking around for your friends. You see a hawk up in the tree, and it looks like it's got something hanging from its mouth, like some kind of prey, maybe. And as you get closer, it looks like it's almost got like a vine hanging from its mouth. It like goes all the way down to the ground from the tree, and kind of gets lost in the growth, like the leaves and the bushes on the ground.
I'm gonna go investigate the vine.
I'll watch the bird.
As you get closer,
Watch a Vine compilation.
as you get closer, you realize that this bird has some kind of like small intestine or something, like connected from its mouth to the ground.
That's unsettling.
I'm sorry.
Don't apologize.
Um,
Signed up for this.
I'm gonna use my special ability Overwatch and shoot it down.
All right.
I mean, I've
No,
got
go
it. I might
for
as
it.
well use it.
Do it. What's the worst that could happen? Let's fuck around and find out.
Fuck around.
Fuck.
I would say if you I would say you probably don't even need your ability, but if you want to use your ability, it could probably give you a greater effect. So
Yeah, we'll
go ahead
with the
and
four.
roll sharpshoot and see what happens.
I got a 5 and a 4.
So yeah, you basically what kind of weapon do you use?
I'll just use some arcane ammunition. Little pew pew with my hand lasers or whatever.
Hand lasers.
So yeah, you you
have
gear up
the
some
Yu Hakusho spirit.
not those hand lasers. No, you conjure up some magic and shoot it a couple times, and yeah, I mean it is completely basically eviscerated. It explodes in a cloud of feathers, and kind of it's got a couple of pieces left, but the weird intestine thing kind of just falls to the forest floor next to you. Seems to have some kind of gross, bloody, black, dark red liquid coming from it. Smells foul. As you do that, you can kind of hear all this baying, like a collection of animals in the forest, all shrieking at once. And from further up the hill, you can see what looks like a few coyotes and some other critters, like maybe a raccoon. I think there's a black bear, and they all seem to have these entrails like coming from their mouths and hanging down to the ground. Some of them are connected.
Well, I wasn't so worried about the coyotes and the raccoon, but the bear kind of big.
Black bears could be a danger.
Is it like, so for my imagery, sorry. So do they all have these entrails coming out of their mouth, and all of the entrails are like connected to each other? So it's like a.
Some of them are connected to the ground, and
Yeah.
some of them are connected to each other. I've got to go to the restroom. Really bad. I've been holding it for a hot minute.
All right. I also have to pee, but
Yeah, I'm gonna do that too.
yeah.
I'll be here.
Yeah, same.
I was gonna wait till Jamie came back. So,
I just like how you and I are like in a fucking Disney forest right now. Like,
Everything's fine. Don't worry
Yeah.
about it.
like everything seems fine, but we both know this is not fine.
yeah. You're like, is that bird actually singing a song? Like,
Mhm.
just
Right?
I recognize that tune. What's going on here?
This is not how I imagine this to be. Can't. Oh no.
I can try something, but the risks of something going wrong are fairly high, and I feel like at the moment it's even higher.
If you just shoot the bird, it'll be fine,
I'm
right?
gonna pew the bird out of the tree. This is how we do it when we are okay. We finger gun. I actually for people to chat, I based my weapon off of a design by the artist Alex Boke on Twitter, who's done a lot of the art that is behind me here, and it's a gun that sort of like is an eldritch gun, and it wraps around your wrist and shoots eldritch energy. So like an eldritch blast.
Yeah,
if it were
Nice.
5e.
But
Rather
with
than
a Colt
bullets.
Connect, it looks like very cultish. So
Yes, yeah.
which is my favorite pistol.
Mm-hmm.
But Winchesters are, my kind of thing. Hi, I'm Southern, if you can't tell. So, sometimes it's like I like to say, it's a good squirrel gun.
I have a good squirrel gun.
You do.
That
Well, it's
shoots
about to
eldritch
be
blasts.
a bird gun. So
Yes.
y'all are back now. I'm gonna go pee. So y'all continue without me.
Yeah.
What about a squirrel gun?
We were talking about my weapon where I shoot my energy out of. Apparently, it looks like a Colt. Which when she first said it, I thought she said cult, like a cult gun, and I was like, that also works. Yeah, culty cult. We've decided there's a bird in the tree that's singing like a Disney creature, and it's going to get shot in a minute. So. I wonder if I could find the original.
So let's see. Since we're kind of split up here, our two Spooky Woods players, you two are faced with this menagerie of horrific woodland creatures, like the South Park Christmas special.
Oh, no, that's even worse.
So, what is your plan of action here?
Well, I'm gonna try shooting the bear, because it's a bear.
Makes sense.
Oh no. Cassandra's
I got 3.
Cassandra's getting behind Cat.
All right, a 3 is a miss. You kind of like blast the tree next to it, and it kind of falls. The bear ducks out of the way in time, though. You hear the crashing of this. As you,
Does it scare the bear? Because that's usually how you get rid of bears. You scare them.
I mean, it definitely doesn't look happy. It looks maybe like it has like mange or like rabies or something. So
Oh, that's
very
lovely.
different diseases, pills. But yes,
Yeah.
or both. How about both?
Why not both?
There-
Yeah,
Both. Why not both?
mangy
Yeah.
and rabid. Gotcha.
Great. So it's a very grumpy bear. And I just tried to shoot at it.
Cassandra, do you have any gimmicks?
I don't think I can charm the bear.
Let's see.
Can I
Silver
use
tongue.
manipulate? I know. Cassandra's gonna say, Cat, just kneel down for just a moment.
Okie dokie.
And Cass is going to hike the skirt of her dress up, climb onto Cat's shoulders and say, stand. And with manipulate, she wants to pretend that they are bigger and scare the bear off.
Classic.
Yeah. Because that's what you do. You make yourself look bigger and scare it.
All right. I want both of y'all to roll. You roll intimidate and you roll manipulate. Cassandra, you roll manipulate, and Kat, you roll intimidate.
I got a 2.
I got a 6.
Yay!
So
right.
it doesn't seem to work on the coyotes, but the bear kind of like backs up and seems to be wary of you guys. There's several of these like raccoons and squirrels and stuff that are also like corrupted, diseased. They're kind of like scattered about the trees, and you can watch as they kind of crawl up the trees. You see some of these cords that are holding them together snap and then kind of and reattach as they kind of scramble through the branches, leaving like little strands of gross all over the place. The 3 coyotes kind of approach you guys, and you will both need to make a body resistance roll because they're going to try to bite you.
Oh no.
I got a 4 and a 5.
I have a 1. Yeah. Give me that harm.
You take with a 5, you take 1 stress and you manage to jump out of the way. But when you do, Cassandra kind of falls off your shoulders. She gets bit bitten on the leg. Um, yeah, you have a bite wound on your leg. That's a level 1 harm. So you would put that.
Bite.
Yeah.
Okay.
So with that being said, you just took 1 stress. Nothing else happened to you, Kat. Going back to our other friends for a moment. You all are in this nice, how'd you describe it? Disney-esque
Disney
forest.
forest, yeah. Hmm.
You see this fox kind of approaches you, cocks his head to the side, and then
Cock
as you're
my head
looking
back
at it,
Yeah.
it kind of
Same.
upsets you a little bit.
Hey, buddy.
What do you say?
Pardon me. Oof, that coffee. He burps at you. I'm sorry.
What do you say?
How dare you, Val?
Can I just
Get out of here.
Nope.
So with that, yeah, he
ding 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 ding?
kind of
No,
like
okay.
prances around you for a minute in a circle and then kind of darts off into the forest.
Do you think it wants to follow it?
The fox.
It might want us to. That does not necessarily mean that we should. We can try. Or I can.
Ruben, I don't think there's a better idea right now.
No. Let's follow it.
Alright, direct our Casawara bows. It's there. It's canon now. Casawara bows to the
Casawara bows.
It
Okay.
it as you follow it through the trees and the growth, it leads you back to the stream.
This feels wrong.
No. What if
We have to go in the water.
The only way to go
Yeah.
back to the other thing is to cross the stream, then cross it back.
Okay.
That's what I'm thinking. That's what I think. Is that right, Fox? I just asked the fox.
Fox like just turns his head to the side, it's like blinks at you.
Yes, that's what it is.
Sure, yeah, because it
Aye.
would react negatively if.
Yes.
I trust you implicitly, Ria. Sure, let's go.
What? You shouldn't, but good. I am
Hey,
going
fuck around.
to.
Let's go.
I'm assuming our rock bridge is still there, so I'm just gonna cross the rock bridge.
Now this looks like an unaltered stream.
Maybe
The
we
rock
have
bridge
to
isn't
go
there.
in the water.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it.
All right. As you guys go into the water, you feel yourself getting pulled under immediately, and as you you fall over from being pulled over by this like unseen current, and you stand back up and kind of like open your eyes and you have water up your nose. You're like, and you're in the same stream, but you can see the rock bridge is like right over there now.
Oh, let's go.
And it's dark.
I did not.
It's dark outside.
First of all, I did not consent to getting my hair wet.
You hear like a tree falling in the distance.
Ah, shit. I'll slowly climb my way out.
Like, worry about the birds later. Let's go.
Yeah.
And
I'm gonna finger dryer what is effectively prestidigitation to try and dry myself as we're running.
Yeah, absolutely. 100% allow you do that without rolling or anything.
Yeah, I am
fancy magic.
I'm hoofing it to the to where that tree sounded it was falling, and
you run up as you see as your friends are being surrounded by a group of coyotes.
Don't like
there
that.
is, as far as initiative goes, there isn't really one. You guys can each take an action in whichever order you would like, and then I'll have my little coyotes do something. Or
if I see
world.
these coyotes going after my friends, I definitely see one going after Kat. I will Catriel and like pull out from my bag very
fish around in there.
Yeah, no, just like just kind of reach behind, and it's It's essentially a sledgehammer the size of me that I just pull out. I'm gonna go straight for this guy's head, like the coyote's head on Cat.
All right, smash it.
All right. I'm gonna use brawl for this.
Okay.
And are we? What position are we in? Did we make it to? Are we desperate at this point? Or so risky?
I'm gonna say this is still risky since
Okay.
you guys. I mean, 4 adventures versus a few weird animals. You guys.
I
Should
got-
get this.
I do got this. You know how well I got this? I got the first crit with 2 6s.
Hey!
Nice.
Yay!
Yes.
Yeah, so you run up and just smash this thing into the ground. Its skull kind of splinters, and you watch as the cable like entrail that was attached to it kind of recoils, almost like
that was more disgusting than I anticipated.
Like it's being reeled back in.
Yeah.
And you kind of watch as it travels further up the hill before disappearing.
Okay.
Like it's being sucked towards some
trail.
unseen,
Okay.
some unseen place.
Oi, I think something's latching itself to the wildlife and controlling it up there. Let's go. Like,
You don't say. Where the hell did you two go anyway?
Some fable shit.
Yeah.
Like-
Too weird. Explain later.
Yeah.
Are the coyotes all gone now?
Yeah, the other 2 they seem to like take a few steps back. They're not gone, but they're kind of like taking their time. Is anybody else taking a shot at them or doing anything
Yeah.
before I?
I will use my fine arcane weapon to pew pew those fuckers.
Okay, shoot them up.
Yeah.
This would probably still be sharpshoot.
Sure. Rather than cast, that's fine. Okay.
Yeah, unless you can.
Well,
otherwise.
Well, that's the thing, because it's the weapon in my mind is flavor. I mean, I know I can have different types of arcane weapons, but I saw it as like a focus almost for more aggressive magic, if that makes sense. Like,
I can buy that. Yeah, it's like your
my one
wand.
offensive spell. Yeah, it's a little bit like a wand, I guess. Yeah. Okay. Does the fine? Now, I think the fine arcane weapon, it doesn't necessarily give me a dice. It just says fine quality may grant potency when the power or durability of the weapon is a factor.
It does give you a die. A fine weapon.
Okay. Sure. Okay. Ooh, 3, 3, and a 4. 4. Come on, 4.
Yeah,
you managed.
Woo! You managed to shoot this thing. It's not dead, but one of the 2 remaining coyotes is kind of like wounded. It seems like it has like a limp, and as it's like kind of bounding towards you, it falters for a moment.
That just upsets me. I think my character's a bit of a pacifist when it comes to that. It's animals, so it's like,
sorry,
I don't like it. No, it's fine. No, it's not triggered at all. Happy to lean into it. He's just like, oh no, that's not what I wanted to do. But yeah, I'll hide behind Brienne.
All right, this thing is definitely going to try and bite a couple of you. Let's see. Since you just shot it, it's going to definitely try to attack you.
Sure.
Get a resistance roll. It's going to be a body resistance roll.
Sure.
And then
it's a 6 though. I got the 1 dice, but hey.
Since you just killed its friend, Rianne or Brian, this other one's gonna attack you. You got a 6?
I did, yeah.
Nice.
I only get the 1. I literally only have the 1 score mark in body. But hey,
this is a body.
Yeah. Do you clear stress on a 6, or is it a crit? Yeah,
I'm not sure.
Stress. Let's see.
It's definitely 0. It's definitely like it's 0 on 6. Clear on a 6, I think. On a crit, yeah. And a crit is 2 6s.
Yeah.
So I just don't gain a stress,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't clear one that
You're
I've got.
safe. Yeah, you're safe.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Learning.
Val, what'd you get?
I did not roll yet, so I will do
Oh,
that.
okay.
A 6.
Nice. All right. So yeah, you guys duck and dive and dodge out of the way.
Yeah. I imagine I just like hold up my sledgehammer and it just like gnaws onto the metal part of it. It's iron. It's pure fucking iron, the whole thing. Like,
Kat, you want to try and take these guys out for us?
Yeah, I'm gonna run up to the injured coyote and kick it in the head. I got a 1.
Oh,
no.
This is feeling so much like my D&D games.
you have 2
So, don't forget-
dice to add.
Yeah.
If you
Also,
wanna-
don't forget
yeah.
you can
Oh, which
like
one?
push yourself and stuff.
Okay, yeah, I'll
Yeah.
push
As well.
myself.
So if you push
I got a
yourself,
6.
That's
Nice.
yes.
Hurrah.
You run up and just curb stomp this this possessed animal. And that's one less threat to you guys.
Yeah.
This last one, it kind of turns and begins to bound back up the hill where it came from.
Good.
You guys seem to be safe for now, even though there are all these like squirrels and like raccoons and possums and shit like watching you from the trees.
It was
I'm behind-
unpleasant.
Yeah. I'll peer out from behind Rianne. Are they gone now?
Don't look up.
Okay.
Just don't look up. Just stay. Your brain just look at just straight ahead. Don't look
Okay. Are we following where they came from? Do we think maybe this tree with the
That's
fuckery?
it almost looks is some of the entrail left behind.
Yes, yeah, lots of it actually.
Yeah, I want to
Like where they go, but where they walk, like if there's a
yeah.
tree between them, they don't bother to go around it. It just breaks off and then just reattaches.
Yeah, I want to examine this, kind of seeing with in mind of it. Like, sure, it's like entrails, but to see if
It's an entree.
see if it resembles roots in any way.
Okay.
Yeah. Can I argue investigate? That's the wrong spreadsheet for this.
Sure.
Okay. Ooh, experiment is also good. I might get a better thing with experiment. What is experiment cool?
I mean, if you can describe to me how you're experimenting with this.
Yeah, so I'll probably just take out some of my like my tinkering tools. And I want to take a scalpel and open one of these up to see the insides of it.
Okay, I'll buy it. Maybe you pull out your like magnifying glass and like.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Hey, go ahead and roll or experiment. Pardon me.
Experiment, and to give myself a second dice, I will use my other donated reward, and I got a 4 and a 6. So bam.
It does remind you of a tree in that you think that this is definitely some
Mhm.
kind of delivery system for whatever this fluid is that's flowing through it.
Mm-hmm.
The fluid itself seems to be like biological partly and also magical in nature.
Mm-hmm.
With a 6, I mean, do you have any other questions that I could maybe answer since you got a 6? Like a specific question about
Does it have any sort of fibers inside of it that might resemble veins or arteries?
It does.
Okay. I think my theory is definitely the tree that we are looking for. it's almost like it's absorbing everything from all these trees, and that's why its fruit is skulls and it's dead almost. I'm thinking we're on the right track.
Do you think it's alive, like alive, alive?
I think
So
so.
would we be able to follow the magic or the blood trail, as it were, to find the tree? Follow the
I think so.
roots?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's
It's a
go
little
find
dark,
out.
so
Hmm.
why don't we have a gain insight roll? If somebody wants to do like a team, this might be a good time for
Mhm.
a group action.
I can lead it. I got 2 on that.
Yeah. So we all roll gain insight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if you guys are cool with doing a
Yeah.
group
Yep.
roll.
Sure, I got 2 with that.
Yep.
Got a 6.
I have a 5.
A 2.
Hey, I got 6. 6 and
Nice.
4.
A
Not
2.
bad.
So I think you're gonna take a stress for that failure.
Take a stress.
Yeah.
Take
'Cause I
one
failed.
stress,
Mm-hmm.
Sandra, but we did get a 6. So you guys managed to navigate through this forest, and you find at the top of this hill near where you imagine the center of it would be, you find what appears to be this cursed tree. It has black bark, and it has red bark and black leaves. I got a little backwards there. But it gives off this ominous kind of dread. You can almost taste the like oppressiveness that it seems to ooze. This magical, like, like magical, uh, almost like a what's a humidity that hangs in the air. That's the word I was looking for. It's like almost feels humid, but different in a weird way. It tingles your skin, and you can see as you look up on this tree, there's no fruit hanging from its branches, but there seems to be something curled up at its base.
Gonna pick up a stick and go poke the thing.
Nice.
Oh, there they go. There they go. Mm-hmm.
There they go.
You guys,
She's not licking it, at least.
You can see
Yes.
that it is the corpse of a small red fox. It looks like it maybe passed yesterday, and it has in its mouth what appears to be a human heart. You poke it with a stick. It doesn't move.
I see your dead body.
I do.
I'm gonna tell the group that it's just a dead fox and they should come over.
A fox, you say? I'm gonna exchange a look with Reuben.
Yeah. Well, infra penny. Can I try to use my witch sight and my mask, I guess, to try and see if there's any magic going on with the fox's corpse in any way, or the heart, I guess.
Yeah, you can see a aura of necromancy, or like necrotic magic coming off of this fox, the heart, and kind of the tree itself.
Oh, guys, this is necromantic as fuck.
In the romantic and necromantic.
Yeah, putting the
With
romance back in necromancy.
Yeah, giggity. Right. Maybe we take the heart out of the mouth and this stops.
Oh, I got it. And with part of my tinkering tools, I definitely have forceps. Like, hold this. I hand it up to Kat, to the forceps. and I'm going to pull out a jar, like out of my bag, like a very large jar that is for a heart, and I will initiate a flashback to when we had found out about things being cursed. And because it's like, if we're going curse land, curse objects. And I would like to have flashback to taking one of these jars to one of these soldiers that we met that were possibly priests, and had them do a sort of like a ward on not the jar itself, but the cork to cover it.
Okay.
Yeah. Which stress do I take for that?
So, this would probably be more of like a coin to be like an acquire asset.
Ooh, okay.
So instead of, because I was rereading the rules on flashbacks, and if it's like a downtime activity, then you can flashback, pay a coin or 1 rep instead of stress.
I have no coin.
Well, you guys have 2 coin in your
As
hold.
a group. Yeah.
Are y'all cool with me using a coin?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right.
You guys are gonna get coin from this. So.
Yeah.
So use a coin to get this enchanted, warded cork for your jar.
All right.
Yeah. So you use forceps to grab this heart.
Yeah, and I'm holding open the jar for.
Roll
I
me
gave
an
them to
experiment roll
Okay.
to see if you can get this out of its mouth.
Is this a team? Okay, no, I'm doing unless Kat's helping me.
Yeah, I'll help.
Okay, cool. Are you helping? Am I helping you, or you should help me because I have the experiment? So you would take the stress for helping me. Are you okay with that?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, cool. A 5 and a 6.
Okay, so you kind of use your forceps, and as you start to pull the heart out of this thing's mouth, you see several of these like cords that are going down this fox's throat, and you kind of yank it free, and they kind of snap, and you very quickly like shove it into the jar, and you can see that these like writhing entrails or like arteries are attached to this heart, and they're almost like seeking something to latch onto as you shove it in the jar and you screw on the lid. And you've gotten what you came for, it seems. Hopefully it doesn't cause you any trouble.
Successful score is successful score.
I wonder what the fuck she wants with this.
It's only a little concerning.
Yeah, I'm sure Lockie has no nefarious purposes with this.
Well,
Could always say
she just
we didn't
said it
find
was
it.
about knowledge.
If it benefits us, it benefits us.
If we're paid, we are not paid to ask questions. We are paid to get the job done.
And job is done. Puts it in backpack.
Good show, everyone. Good show.
So do we have time for XP, or do we want to just wait?
Yeah, let's go ahead and do XP. We have enough time to go through it. It's better while it's fresh on the brain. So we'll do XP and then we'll do outros.
I could have made that score last 3 more hours, but I was like, I gotta wrap it up.
All right. Do we want to go ahead and do the XP for the artificial
crew
stuff first?
Yeah, the crew.
And we
Crew
can do like
XP.
entanglements when we get back and stuff like that.
That's not the right thing on the sheet. Yeah, we'll do all the other stuff when we come back, because it tends to be like the way I like to do it anyway.
So just experience.
So yeah, I'm looking at artificers. You get XP when you acquire new arcane secrets, relics, or execute auspicious or clandestine deals, or secure new sales territory. So I would say you guys definitely got a new arcane secret / relic. So that's 1 XP for that. You want to mark it down, Val?
I got it. Yep.
Okay. Did you contend with challenges above your current station?
Feel like it?
Uh,
Kind of, maybe.
I
feel like you guys had this under control for the most part.
yeah.
I mean, I got bit, but okay.
Did, but I mean, you are the one who has the
Dainty.
least amount of defenses.
Yeah, I'm dainty.
Otherwise, I almost felt like this was right up our alley. So unfortunately, I don't think so.
Did you bolster your crew's reputation or develop a new one?
Those guys are going to be pissed at us later.
But I
Well.
but I technically made a contact with one of them. So my reputation did go up a little bit, bolster it a little bit.
I would say that the way you guys handled this was
Mhm.
fine, and that it could be used as a stepping stone to kind
Cool.
of bolster your expectation or
All
your
right.
For Derek.
reputation.
For Derek.
For Derek.
It was for Derek, yeah. It was for Derek.
For Derek.
To be fair, I think for Derek could give us a second experience point as we were bolstering our reputation by being sympathetic about Derek.
I was trying to talk that guy into it. Was
Mhm.
giving him all the soothing.
I'll give
words.
you one for that, and also
Hand
because
massage.
Rue was doing her very weird stuff at the bar, and you guys
Mhm.
have a strange reputation, so maybe that
Nice.
play into that. Did you express the goals, drives, inner conflict, or essential nature of your crew?
We're broke, and I express that very.
Okay, fine. You're broke, and you get some from that. All right.
Nice.
And then we can do player XP.
All right.
Who first? Oh wait, Val, you have a historian, so
I do.
you gain an additional XP trigger when you make a unique discovery about the Nightmare Frontier or its forgotten civilizations. If your crew helped you make the discovery, also mark her XP. I would say you discovered a significant location on the
Yeah.
Nightmare Frontier,
I think so.
Mhm.
so could count that as an extra XP for you and for your crew.
Yes.
That's a nice
Nice.
little ability to get.
That's
If you take
why
it at the
yeah.
beginning, you get the most use out of it.
Seems very true.
Nice. All right. Now everyone else's XP.
Let's see. Player XP. I need to look at the thing real quick.
It's our personal question, and then the personal question for the playbook. Then if you did your background, represent like your background or your heritage.
So your playbook specific XP trigger. So for Val, let's just go ahead and I'm going to use you as my guinea pig.
Yeah, because I kind of know what I'm doing.
Your XP trigger for your playbook is: did you address a challenge with knowledge or ingenuity?
I would say yes, because on 2 occasions. One, whenever I consulted my book at least twice, my lore book at least twice, about making sure that the stone turning location wasn't necessarily where we were going. And then with my ingenuity, I would argue by going through using the entrails and seeing how close they were to roots were.
Okay, I can dig it.
Okay, cool. So I have 3
I'm
so
very generous, especially early on with the XP. I just like to see you guys get some cool stuff. So did you express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background?
I was talking about my great-great-grandfather at some point.
For sure.
Yeah, you did.
I did. So that's 1 for being a dwarf. And doing that. And then the other thing for my insistence on being a doctor.
Okay. Did you struggle with your vice or your trauma?
No.
Okay, so you got a few XP
5.
there. That's a good bit.
That's
That's
a
a
good
honk.
bit. That is
Honk and chonka
that's
XP.
a heckin' chonker. It sure is.
It's heckin' chunk.
All right, that's me. Mm-hmm.
I can go next since I've done it before too.
Sure. Your playbook specific XP trigger is. Did you address a challenge with something or another?
I think
Deception or influence?
Yeah, I was gonna say I think the one this mirroring is slide, so it's the deception influence. And yes, I did. Was able to talk our way into the pockets to get the map, and then I did some big steals from him afterwards.
You also scared a bear.
That's what I was
Also scared a bear.
Scared
That's
a
true.
bear.
Scared a bear.
I'm gonna say that. Yeah,
That's 2.
I'll give you
for
2
sure.
XP for that.
All right.
What about your beliefs, tribes, heritage, or background? I would definitely say your beliefs and background were expressed.
Yeah.
So I'll give you 2 for that as well. So you get. What about your vice? What is your vice?
Vice is basically luxury. So I mean, that one's a little wishy-washy because she was definitely enjoying the drinking and partying side of it. She kind of everybody was like, okay, let's go, and she was like, no, I'm gonna stick around and follow this all the way through. So
you know what? I'm gonna give you an XP because I want to encourage people to play into their vices. And
yeah,
so
all right.
you get an XP for that. And you guys keep that in mind when you're playing, is that if you play into your vices, you'll get some XP out of it.
I like it.
Which one of you would like to go next?
I'll go next. So I'm supposed to get XP from doing arcane shit or agility. So I helped with the bridge, which is technically magical and arcane-y, and then I shot down a bird.
You also used you also hid the map
yes, the
with
magic.
a spell.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes,
so you definitely get 2 XP for that. And then express beliefs, drives, heritage, or background. You do like to lick things.
I do.
I don't know if that.
I don't think that counts.
I don't think that
No.
counts.
But I would say you came in and it's just like, I'm intimidating. Like expressing that you are intimidating.
Really emphasize that scary
yes.
nature.
So even though maybe you're not, you definitely emphasize so much.
I'll give you 3 XP total.
Okay. Sounds good.
Yeah.
And then last but not least, Rube.
I have to use arcane and supernatural, which I did map thingy and investigating river, helping stones across river, and then trying to figure out the creepy skull thing.
Yeah.
And then my weapon.
Lots
I don't
of,
know.
lots of magic happens.
Lots of magic, lots of insight. Yeah.
Yeah, so 2 for
Yours
sure.
is insight or supernatural forces. I
Yeah.
would say you definitely get 2 XP for that.
Okay. My background is outsider and that weird kid, which I feel like I embraced a few times.
There's definitely that one time where like at the intro, you're like, this is disgusting but so cool.
I love it.
Yeah.
And talking about not being from around here, because that's kind of how they suggest outsiders are. So when the guy asked me where I was from,
I'll give you 4 XP.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes. It's also like up to the group too. Like they can all argue in favor for more.
Yeah, I think 4 is definitely there.
What's your vice?
My vice is using mind-opening substances to help me achieve enlightenment and speaking to my very good friend.
Nice.
Which we haven't really had an opportunity
next time.
to do yet. Yeah. To relieve some of
During
my stress.
downtime, we can get to that. So, with that being said, we'll wait and keep the rest for the next time. Real quick though, you guys gain 6 coin and 2 heat. Yes, so you can put 2 of that coin if you want to. Each of you could get a coin, and you can put the other 2 coin in your crew stash.
I think that's the best.
Sounds like a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You said each of us get a coin and 2 in stash?
Yep.
Okay.
2 in the crew stash, which is down here. And we took one off earlier. So
Yes, we did
have a
spend one
total of
earlier.
4 in stash now.
Did I gain any coin from stealing the guy's purse, or was it just superficial money?
It's I mean, you guys have spending money, but like a
Okay.
coin is like a gold
Is a lot of
ring,
money. I
or
just
like
okay.
equivalents of.
It's no
In my
biggie.
mind, in this canon, I feel like I want it to be like a literal gold brick would be like equivalent of like a coin's worth of money.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay then. Well, with that, thank you everybody for showing and coming up. It was a fantastic premiere. Thank you to Lich Smash for those 10 gift subs going right into it. We definitely used them today.
Yeah.
We definitely used them and they definitely helped. As far as the rest of the week on the channel, we don't have Emberwind on Saturday, but instead we will have our season finale of our Dragon Age campaign, which I'll let somebody else talk a little bit more about that later. And then we're back around on Wednesday with Revenge of the Gith and Nightmares of the Frontier on Thursday. So that's us in the next 7 days. Everyone else, let me know where we can find you in the next 7 days. Going in the opposite direction that y'all started. So.
Oh, so that would be me.
That
Hey.
would be.
All right. Hi, I'm Rindis of Party Wipe Games. You can find me on all places at Party Wipe Games, and includes Twitter and Twitch. Tomorrow we won't be doing anything. I have the session 0 of our Cult Divinity Lost that will be on Weave the Tale. Helm Gas wanted me to run a specific module, so I have one of those picked out, and it's going to be pretty great, and I'm excited. We got a good cast lined up. Saturday, we aren't doing anything. It's my anniversary week with my girlfriend, and so we are going to Hell's Kitchen tomorrow. So I'm super excited about spending a lot of money on great food and maybe even seeing Gordon Ramsay yell at people.
Nice.
Who knows?
That's so cool.
Yeah, there's one in Baltimore, so I was super psyched about reserving that. Sunday, we play the Weird World War II, a Savage Worlds game, and we call ours Diesel Dragon, where we play resistance fighters against fascist dark elves that have taken over the world, and it's pretty great. We have a Soviet Dragonborn, I'm an elf officer, and we did murder last time, so that was fun. Mondays, we don't have anything. Tuesdays, we play Vampire the Masquerade. Wednesdays is open, and we're here on Thursdays. So that's us right now.
Nice.
Nice. Hi everyone, I am Hamali. You can find me exclusively here right now. On Saturday, we have our finale of our Dragon Age game, which is our Thirst and Emotions game. Last week, we both met the Nug King and got judged, and also met a kobold called Cheez-Its. How did that kobold get to Dragon Age? We don't know. What we do, it was a donation. But yeah, so we'll be wrapping that up. Will things get weirder? Quite possibly.
Definitely.
So that's that. And then on Fridays, there's going to be a project kicking up with myself and some familiar faces from this channel in a game that could be loosely described as Be Gay, Do Crime. So that's me.
It's Fairy next.
Okay. I was confused as to who was next. Anyway, I'm Fairy. You can mostly find me on Twitter recently because I've been busy with stuff and I haven't been on Twitch. But it's Fairy's Arena. You can hang out there.
Nice.
But yeah.
I am not many places. On Twitch at Spider Jelly, but like I don't stream very often. I'm mostly in Val's Discord hanging out. I do want to soon have the resources up for this skin for free so that people can play with it if they want to. At least like the basics, and then if I have more details, then I can publish a more detailed version later for people to get. But look out for that in the coming week.
And we're going to raid somebody here in a hot second. We're actually raiding somebody that I know personally. We're used to be in the same convention scene. She is also from Louisiana and loves to draw dinosaurs, and she's drawing an ankylosaurus right now. Her name is Amiel Belcher. Great human being, and yeah, we're gonna go say hello to her. So give some nice little dinosaur roars, and yeah, we'll see you next week. Bye.
Roar!
Roar.